Hey, what's up? It's Thursday. That's right. It's Thursday. Thursday night. We had Thursday night football. We had two playoff games, NLCS and the ALCS. The Dodgers take a 3-0 lead in that against the Brewers. 3-0. So tomorrow could be it. Shohei Ohtani is pitching in that what could be sweep game. Oh yeah. Go Dodgers. Go Dodgers. Then we had another catastrophe of sorts. The Toronto Blue Jays again took out the Seattle Mariners. I think it was 8-2 was the final. Pathetic on the Mariners' part, but you know what? I mean, look, this is what we are used to here in the Pacific Northwest when it comes to the Mariners. Great teams, great lineups, even great coaches, and they just can't seem to put it together. I don't know if it's the fan base being just knuckleheaded or what, but they just don't seem to, bring the heat in the right time. So, but hey, and then we, that Thursday night football game, I didn't watch hardly any of it at all because I was busy watching baseball, busy watching some hockey, busy watching some basketball. I was all over the place watching sports because it's the best time of the year for sports. Yeah, sports. That's what I'm talking about. And so, instead of doing a day cast again, it's like that. This is the time of year where it's like, do I even need to do a day cast? Is it that important to be online when there's things to do? Shoot, I messed around with my chainsaw today, and I did some cutting of the wood. I was monkeying around the house outside while paying attention to games and while paying attention to, I may have been on the phone a couple times today. Look. I can multitask, and I don't have to be one of these people that just live and die in this world. But I'm here tonight. To, be a part of this world, at least for a second or two. Absolutely. So, what a great day, though. It wasn't uncomfortable in the house to just sit back and relax for a while, watch some sports, and, kind of scroll through, post here, post there, and make comments on stupid shit that floats around the internet. Yeah. As you can see by my title here, John Bolten indicted. And I ask, where was his early morning televised raid? Where was his early morning televised raid? Why did I not get to see him raided and then ushered out in handcuffs and all of that jazz? No, it's just a simple indictment stuff and whatnot, and here we go. Like, this is more normal because he's innocent until proven guilty, right? So we don't need to handcuff somebody who is innocent until proven guilty, especially on something of this nature. So, but, the Democrats, when they're in power, they want to expose and embarrass everybody in the public eye because, a lot of this is the court of public opinion. So if they see you arrested, they see you handcuffed and walked away, thrown into a police cruiser and escorted out of there with the lights going like it's an emergency and something horrific has happened. The majority of the left and some people on the right, they fall for that crap. They fall for oh my gosh, he must be an evil person. She must be a baddie. Yeah, if they weren't baddies, they wouldn't have been handcuffed. They wouldn't have been ushered away in such fashion. Well, yeah, they would. If they're innocent, they'd be, for sure, especially if there's a narrative being created. Well, the slow minds of the masses. The simplicity of the masses. Are you part of the masses? Are you part of the masses? I would hope not. Anybody who's listening to me, I would hope is above that crap. I would hope isn't so easily manipulated. I would hope that. Sadly, though, it seems as though uh, the numbers out there that exist where people are standing in the same position I'm standing in, constitutionality, very few and far between. There's very, very few of us that are constitutional out there. Most people have picked Team Democrat or Team Republican. And I say, fuck Team Democrat, fuck Team Republican. Fuck Team Democrat way more than fuck Team Republican. Way more. Fuck. The Democrats are wretched human beings that are just stupid about shit. But the Republicans have their own problems as well, just not as many problems. Right? You know, like if you had the DSM-5 out there, you'd definitely be marking up diagnoses in that book way more for the left than you would ever for the right. But trust me, the right has some marking up in that book to do too, because it's just a thing. It's just a thing. I'm going to take a second here, though. I'm going to take a second. And I'm going to fire up the X space. So if anybody would like to join over in the X space and speak their piece, they will be able to. So I've got to, let's see here. Uh-oh. Thought I was breaking stuff over here. I hope not. I hope I'm not breaking stuff. All right, hold on a second here. Let's see. I got to hit this button. I gotta hit this button, and I gotta say, let's see here. Gotta hit this button over here. Then I gotta, we'll just say join in. Uh-oh. What happened there? Join in to speak. Freely. There you go. There we go. I won't capitalize anything. I won't do any real effort there because I don't need to make any effort on this. Not right now. Not right now. There will be more effort made when I actually don't have to do it. You know, when I have like my own little cud chewing cattle to do the work for me, you know. That when I have my own little techie people to do this shit for me, then more things will happen that I give a shit about. But, I mean, sometimes I make some effort. Most of the time I don't. I make little to no effort. And I'm proud of that. I really am, because my little to no effort is usually far beyond most people's 24 hours a day effort. So, you know, whatever. Pound sand, motherfuckers. I'm really irritated with society at this point in time, on so many different levels. I have had absolutely enough of the stupid people out there. I've had enough of them. I'm just sick and tired of the morons that just keep willingly walking in the direction of the cliff, and it doesn't even look like they have recognized there's a cliff there. And I'm kind of like, there's a cliff there. And what are you talking about? We know what we're doing. All right, I guess. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. And oh, by the way, right as you're about ready to splat down there at the bottom of the ravine, I'm gonna say, "I told you so." Yeah, that's how it's gonna sound to you as you go splat, and I'm just gonna chuckle. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. No, don't care. I do not care. Not one iota. No. It's constitutionality, everybody. If people choose to walk off the cliff, you can't stop them. You can't make it illegal to walk off the cliff. You can't ban them from walking off the cliff. You can't boot them. You can't report them. It's their life. They want to walk off the cliff. You could say, hey, you're an idiot. You're a moron. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Seriously. That's why I'm okay with suicide. Somebody wants to be dumb and kill themselves. It shouldn't be against the law to take your own life. It's your life. It's nobody else's life. So why is it against the law to take your own life or attempt to take your own life? Why is that? Explain that to me. How is that constitutional? Oh, that's right. It's not constitutional. They can't. There shouldn't be a law. And how come how people take their life goes into some study of violence, of like what kind of violence, this, that, and the other. So somebody takes their own life with a firearm. Why is that counted as gun violence? It's not gun violence. There's no violence there. There is a moment of sadness and somber and sadness. It's a moment of just defeat, complete defeat. So they ate the barrel of a gun and pulled the trigger. That's not gun violence. That's just the easy way out. They could have done a lot of other things. They could have poisoned themselves. Just had a nice bowl of cereal with whatever they decided to put in there that would kill them. They could have went and, lit themselves up on an electrical line if they wanted to. They could have done a lot of things to end their life, and they just chose that way. Where's the violence? But we have a lot of people that will misdefine things for their own personal gain. It's sick. It's disgusting. It's creepy. It's creepy. It's creepy. It's bad. And quite frankly, there's just a lot of evil people out there that are willing to twist things into whatever narrative that they want to further benefit themselves. Oh, look, we've got Sister 1A Habit in the house here. I'm going to invite her to speak if she chooses to do so. She can have the microphone. And she can say some words if she has something to add. If she'd like. I know she yeah, today for me was a sports day, and then some thinking on some other things, the behind the scenes stuff of the basement dwellers that aren't smart enough to figure out that I'm not talking about all the supposed basement dwellers. It was brought to my attention today because of someone misdefining what a basement dweller is, what I mean by a basement dweller. It was brought to my attention that a lot of these people that work in basements of government or whatnot, I was told that that's a basement dweller in my definition. And I'm like, that's not a fucking basement dweller to me. But obviously people aren't paying attention to what I define as a basement dweller. So all those people that work in government basements or tech basements that actually get out, have clean clothes, shower daily, and, understand the real world, those aren't basement dwellers. Even though they might work in a basement, at least they get the hell out of it. I'm talking about the idiots out there that live in the damn house that don't ever leave. Anyways, 1A Habit, hello. How are you doing? You're
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you've been fiddling with your microphone or something?
Yeah,
I've been
a little
hearing
bit.
that. Yeah. All right. I can hear you loud and clear. How are you doing?
I am great. If the shoe fits Cinderella, fucking wear it. That's all you have to say. Sorry, if your job in the basement makes you feel like a basement dweller, then you better find a job someplace else.
Right. Well, it's astonishing to me because you've heard me outline what I define a basement dweller to be.
Okay. All right. And I've heard you defined what you think of blue-haired freaky liberals. I've heard of what you define of people that grew up in trailer parks. I've heard you define what you think of women. And you know what? At no point in time did that shoe ever fucking fit me. So I never took offense. Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing.
Like that pair never fit on. So I was just like, eh.
Yeah, he's not talking about me.
If you said, a goth grunge retards that think they're conservatives, then I might have been like, these shoes kind of half fit, but I'm not a retard, so they only half fit.
Right? Well, and that's an important thing to address, where the misdefining of things. But you and I have been battling purposeful misdefining for a while, or redefining things. This whole semantics is out of control. And, when I have somebody who I think is pretty intelligent use basement dweller to me, talking about people that they deal with as basement dwellers, because that's how I call them. And I had to bite my tongue from calling this individual a complete moron, because that's not what I meant. And I actually went into defining, excessively defining what it meant to me, because it really pissed me off. It's like, wow, you're one of the smarter ones, and you're still that stupid. All right, cool, awesome. I guess my issues are going to go on for an extremely long time, because people just do not get what I'm saying, even when I outline it. They just immediately go to being offended. And what now? This person wasn't offended. They're just assuming that I'm talking about a broad stroke of the brush of all of these people that work in this industry. And it's like, okay, no, that's not what I'm talking about. But okay, if you guys want to be that retarded, there you go.
I mean, can I get stupid and actually become stupid?
Hold on. Say what you said again. You just cut out bad. Like bloop, 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 bloop. Yeah, it was bad.
Of course I did. Can I get hit with the stupid stick again, but this time actually get turned out stupid?
Right? Yeah, you'd like to take, what is it, the blue pill from the Matrix? Yeah, please give me the blue, just give me the blue pill.
So,
I want to go back.
It's funny that you mentioned you're always picking on the fact that I have not watched them.
Mm-hmm.
But I was listening to a podcast in the last couple of days, which one I have no fucking idea. And they were talking about the Matrix and the writers of the Matrix, who are now girls.
Yeah.
The blue pill, and now are living in complete fantasy. I was like, oh, okay. And people keep wanting me to watch this movie. I'm not sure if this is a suggestion I should.
Oh no, one of the greatest movie series of all time. Lightly told, and no one really knows the truth. At some point, maybe, you know how this works. Maybe we'll find out the truth at some point. But they got really rich and famous due to the original movie and then the next movies that followed, right? So these guys still couldn't find mates. They couldn't find women that would marry them. They just couldn't. So they went through hookers, they went through prostitutes, they went through whores, all sorts of, all they paid, they found the crazies out there that would fuck them for fame, but none of them would stay with them. None of them wanted anything to do with them. And they became women because of their weirdness. And who knows, they might go back to being men at some point. I don't know if they got
I still ain't watching the movies.
You should. I mean, seriously, you not watch. So because
right.
you seriously would have had this. However, this might take you somewhere that you haven't gone, or somewhere I might not have gone because of how your brain works. So that's how I look at that. So it'd be really important for you at some point to sit down and watch. I would rather
just watch a documentary on the internet.
It won't
be honest.
No, it won't. No, that won't do it. This is mind-bending stuff that in the internet realm. Because if you shoot, I can't. That movie.
I think I've seen that.
You watch The Matrix and then you watch Inception. It'll take your brain to places. If you're open-minded, it'll take your brain to places.
Oh, I'm not open-minded at all. pretty closed-minded.
I'm also talking to them out there that are listening in right now. But if
Oh, oh yeah,
if
I
you're
forgot.
open-minded, this will do wonders for you. And that's why I urge you to watch certain things. Which I mean, I just say, hey, maybe you should watch that. You don't have to, but it might help a lot.
That's the one that I get the dirtiest looks for when I say that I didn't watch it. Although, did I tell you about? I don't think I told you about this because this happened um just before I got run over. Um, or sideswiped, whatever you want to call it. So the Sunday before that, I took a ride into Dallas,
Hmm.
and about because he kept wanting different music,
Hmm.
and I was like, all right. I kept changing it, and then finally he's like, just put country on. I was like, all right. So I put Johnny Cash on. Like, other than Johnny Cash, like, what era of country music is in existence, right?
Hmm.
Well, evidently I was supposed to put like poppy stuff, poppy country on, like I
That was currently playing the current country music.
well, then he should have asked for current country. But um, I don't know. This song came on, and he's like, "Do you know the movie that this song is from?" And I was like, "There's a movie to this song." Like, I never knew that Convoy was outside of the little 2-minute video my kids used to watch on YouTube back in the day. And this guy like got really, really mad because I didn't watch movies.
So, okay, I get this. I get where you're coming from on this. And you and I have talked about this. When
Yes.
I was a kid, because of how my mother was with what I could watch and what I couldn't watch, I was oblivious to all of the stuff that my classmates and other kids in the school
Mm-hmm.
were saying. I didn't know what it
Right.
I had no idea what the hell they were talking about when they were just picking lines out of movies, like popular movies
Mm-hmm.
in the time.
Right.
Like the
Mm-hmm.
first time I ever heard, would have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? I had no idea. I thought I was about ready to have a fist fight with one of the kids in my class that had been, taken by the devil when he said that.
That's
Like
a
I had
song, right?
no, that's
No.
out of Batman.
Oh.
Joker says it in Batman, the original Batman. I hadn't seen it. But every other kid in
I
my
watched.
class and basically and I was in grade school and all the other kids had seen this stuff. They all had MTV, they all had all of this other stuff, so they were seeing all the popular things and I wasn't seeing any of it. So when I'd go to school, I was just kind of like, "Huh?"
It's
So
weird. I had MTV for 1 year of my life,
mhm.
and it was the year Kurt Cobain died.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy. But so
Yeah.
I understand why these people freak out because then I went on a binge. Once I got older, I started driving everywhere, experiencing a ton of stuff with my friends. I caught up on everything that I had missed out on. And then I made it a
See, I'm
point
that way
to
with
see,
music.
yeah, and I made it a point to now try to keep up. Well, I've kind of stopped now lately because shit's gotten weird. But there's a whole chunk of this um, pop culture. That's what, yeah, pop culture. That's the right. If you're not in the know of pop culture, you're not in the know of society, mainstream society. You will not understand the masses if you do not understand pop culture. And pop culture is that marketing shit that you and I detest. That shit that they push
Mm-hmm.
out, especially right now, that like the T Swift shit. It's just detestable.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible. But you and I won't get it some of this shit because we ignore it. Other people like that
Mm-hmm.
dude that you talk like he's like, "Are you fucking insane? How?"
Music, I know, but no, not that stuff. Like documentaries, like I don't know. I'm weird like that. History,
Mhm.
presidential stuff,
Well,
like the Constitution. I mean,
Right?
fuck. Until 6 months ago, I probably could have, like, verbatim repeated it back to you.
Wow. That's impressive. That's
But
impressive.
I can't do that anymore. Like,
Yep.
no, it's not. It's not happening.
Fair enough.
The brain's scramble right now. Like, I don't know. The last couple of days, it's yeah. I don't know.
It's tough. It's tough. I get it. Anytime you have a TBI, traumatic brain injury, for anybody out there that doesn't understand the lingo, that that has lasting effects. So
yeah,
and you don't know when you're going to get over it, if ever.
Right.
So
yeah,
then you just have to adjust, realizing something's slightly off. That's tough stuff. Tough stuff. Not good. Sucks to be ran over. Not very many people have had that experience of being run over.
Right.
Yeah. You know, that's
actually
it's that
technically
whole...
it was my head beat because they hit my head off the door pillar on the top of the car. And then I hit, because I was still in my seatbelt, I hit my head on the door pillar behind me.
Yeah.
As they pulled me to the ground backwards by my shoulders. And then proceeded to not be able to touch me until they are read by some other important person.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they found something. The officers and then you being run over by a vehicle, there's some shit going on there. Not fun.
Yep. Nope. So
moment, that's that, you know, we always used to joke, or we all still kind of joke, you know, getting thrown under the bus. Like, you literally got thrown under a bus and then they backed over you and ran you over again. Like that, like in real life terms, that the bus was the police officers. They ran you over, you know, they threw you under the bus, ran you over once, and then later on, that they didn't think that was enough in the grand scheme of things. Karma didn't think that that was enough, I guess, and they backed over you and ran over you again.
Sweet.
Awesome deal.
Sweet. What's in store next week?
I don't know how much more before the dear Lord has been like, you know, I've given her every damn sign, and she just continues to not see the sign. The virtual bus would be a big enough yellow sign, but no.
Yeah, it's packed and ready to go. It just needs to wait out this freaking who knows when, because I haven't received anything about my court dates.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't care. You should just go. Like, that's the thing about it. You shouldn't let that keep you there. Oh, you can do whatever the fuck you want. It's a free country. It is a free country. Are you infringing on anybody by leaving? And are they actually imprisoning you to a location when you are not guilty? They have to prove you guilty. So if you're innocent until proven guilty, you should be able to go anywhere you want within the United States of America. I could understand them saying, well, you can't leave the country. But them saying that you can't leave the county or the state is a bunch of horse shit.
Yeah.
And that right there is a nice little Supreme Court lawsuit against the county of Taylor there. Yeah, Taylor? Yeah, Taylor County. Yeah, that county. Yep, there you go. Yeah, I'd just go. Like, what are they going to do? What the hell are they going to do? Nothing. Not a damn fucking thing. Like, you guys screwed around. You made me stay here longer because of this other bullshit you never took care of, and then your own officers that were supposed to be protecting and serving me then beat the living shit out of me for what? A traffic violation? Oh, wait, what? That's a non-existent traffic violation? Yeah, pound sand, motherfuckers. Pound sand.
Like, I drove to you to ask for help because the one way is blocked and you're going to treat me like this? Okay, cool. But anyways,
Yep, that's a big one. You got, you know what? Why couldn't John Bolton have gotten treated like you got treated? Like, where was the midnight raid and the televised midnight raid for John Bolton? Hmm? Where was that? But we've got all
right?
these
Well,
Democrats on social media saying, "Oh, this is this is proof of weaponization of the judicial branch." It's like, what?
well, and the funny thing is what they're all missing is that it's the Biden DOJ that initially brought the charges against him. This doesn't even have anything to do with Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, so the investigation started in like 2022.
Yeah.
If presidents are solely responsible for absolutely everything,
Mm.
then like, what the fuck? Well, and then them like not giving him any um props for this whole peace deal. You know, I don't know. We need more arrests. Like this John guy is just not enough.
No. No, I mean, look, he should have been dealt with a long time ago, and you know, like you said,
And
the Biden administration started all of this crap to begin with, and you know, not even for good reason. They just were trying to do it to be like, look, the Trump administration's horrible. This guy worked for them, and
mm-hmm.
now it's like, no, all of this evidence of no, John Bolton's been a piece of shit since he was. This is why he got ousted by Trump the first go around, because he's a POS. And so boom, he's gone. Now we're going to nail him along with other people, and it's going to be a domino effect. Sadly a slow domino effect, but a domino effect nonetheless. So
Right. Well, that's like they were. Maybe I'm being insensitive, but like they were talking numbers in their big FBI thing today, and I'm like, those numbers are weak. Like, I get that you're not having much help
mm-hmm.
from state organizations, and maybe that's why we've only deported 1.5 million people.
Yeah.
Like, and maybe I just have really high standards, but like,
Well,
pick it
honestly,
up.
wait, if we've only we're how many months into this presidency? 9?
9 months.
Okay, 9
Yeah,
months, and there's 1 point how many million? 1 point how? What did you say?
I think they said 1.5 million that we
So
have
we've got
deported.
1.5 in 9 months. All right.
Yeah,
And we think that's slow, and it is slow. Think about when they ratchet this up. So they haven't ratcheted it up yet. This is just a
right.
start. And in 9 months for 1.5 million people going bye-bye, that's actually a positive
That
thing for
it
the future
is.
here.
It is. And I also think that the self deport numbers are separate from that. So that's another, I think, 100,000 each month that has gone out through self deportation.
So 900,000
So, I
people. So
mean,
we've got 2.4 million people that have departed the country in 9 months of this
possibly, yes.
presidency.
Yeah, yep.
Oh shit.
If those numbers are if those numbers are separate and not together. If those numbers are together, that's even I'm even more disappointed.
Let's go with the hope that it's 2.4, and let's hope that this is just the beginning of ratcheting this up.
I believe it is. They are, and actually, Andrew's actually applying. Um, they are putting into place, I think, 175 new ICE agents, and they're putting in for another large amount of border patrol.
There you go.
So
Nice.
that will hopefully help. Did you see where Chicago found an illegal alien as a police officer?
I didn't see that, but cool.
Yeah, he's a white guy too.
A white guy from
Yep.
what, the UK or something, or Australia or something like that, or
I don't know. It was honestly, I didn't recognize the country that they said, so it's just kind of like, oh, okay, cool. um, so I shared it. Hold on. I should be able to find out what country it
yeah. I saw and I saved some idiot probably from the East Coast.
was. Hey! Don't talk about me like that. If
Uh,
the shoe fits, I wear it.
okay, so some idiot from probably the East Coast. I'm just gonna stay on that. Decided to post a new map of the United States of America to be funny, blah blah blah, whatever. And the map is a red line from blocking the state of Washington, Oregon, and California off from Canada, the United States, and Mexico. And it says proposed wall around Fucktardistan. And so they're calling the three West Coast states Fucktardistan. So I said something to the effect of, because Adam Carolla said funny to it. That's who reposted it. Said funny.
Yo.
And I said, yeah, it would be funny if it was true, but it's not true because Fucktardistan is everything in North America east of the Rockies. So fuck off, you East Coast pieces of shit. It's war. I'm ready. I'm ready. You guys fucking think that we're so fucking liberal over here. You think we're fucking retarded? Guess what? It's you fucktards that moved over here and infiltrated our government over here that are the fucktards. Pound sand, motherfuckers. Like, I'm so sick. And by God, I mean it when I say we could take on the West Coast of the United States, Colorado, the Rockies over, could take on the rest of the country and destroy them. Well, I'm not even joking when I say that. Fuck off, East Coast people. Fuck you. Sorry, sis. Not sorry. You could come over here and fight with us. You could fight for the West.
Oh, fucking A, I ain't standing up for retardistan. You've never heard that before?
Retardistan? I've never heard anybody call my West Coast Fucktardistan before. So now I'm on fire about it, especially since they just say the three states. It's like, no, sorry, it's West. It's Rockies West. Everybody from the Rockies West has a head on their shoulders.
Morons?
Just stop it. Just stop. Don't even. You want to play that game? Look at your situation right now. What state are you in?
Shit, Texas.
Mm-hmm. What's happening to you there? Consistently?
Shit, Texas.
So, yeah. You
better.
The protesting that's happening to ICE agencies are actually more so east of the Rockies. The shit that's going on in Seattle, the shit that's going on in Portland, where they want to highlight Portland, it's not that bad. There's not that many idiots there in Portland protesting because the majority of people in Portland actually want ICE to come in and take care of shit. It's true.
Yeah,
it
seems
fruit.
Like Chicago's the only place that seems to be fucking retarded. And that's central. Like, that's not even East Coast.
Yeah, that's upper Midwest. the Chicagoans are a little
Don't lump
Canadian.
those morons in with us.
Yeah, they're a little Canadian there. So, and I feel bad for the 10 million Canadians that aren't morons, which they all live in Vancouver, British Columbia area anyways.
So, Andrew was telling me that there's the two provinces are getting ready to vote to succeed.
They are.
In the next voting.
So Alberta and British Columbia, or Alberta and Saskatchewan? Which ones are doing it?
I can't remember which one he sent, but that one.
Alberta for sure. Guarantee it's Alberta.
And then
Um,
you said not Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan,
And what was the other one?
British Columbia. Boy,
So
for
I
a
think it's
Canadian, you don't know
Alberta
your provinces very well.
and British Columbia. Nope.
Did you hear me? Did you
Good
hear
thing
my little joke there?
Good thing I'm from Maine, and Maine is not part of Canada.
Cut me some slack, Jack. Cut me some slack, Jack.
East Coast. I ain't cutting you nothing, buddy.
Chump don't want to help. Chump don't get the help.
Listen, Linda. Fucking listen. Ain't cut no soundboard.
What it is, Big Mama? My mama raised no dummies. I duck her rap.
And I don't know any movie lines.
Those are from Airplane. That's when they're talking jive. Jive talk.
So like the plane boss. That's the only line I know. I think it's Robert Williams sitting there.
Right. So there you go. You got Alberta, which is the main one that has been making the push that they want to get the hell out. And then you've got
if they succeed, that's where the kid wants to move.
They've got a ton of oil up there. They've got just as much as Texas, maybe more.
Probably.
No, seriously, not probably. I think they're right in line with Texas, maybe more. Alaska is what gives our country as a whole more oil than Canada and the rest of the world put together. But Canada has a shit ton of oil up there. Tons of it. And it's basically all in Alberta, which the Albertans are like, wait, we're giving 90% of our income that we make from oil to the rest of Canada, the east side of Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, nah, we're done with this shit. Fuck you. We'd rather give it to the United States than give it to you assholes. That's what they're like. So hopefully that vote goes through, and I'm praying to God it's British Columbia that's voting as well for it. I love Saskatchewan, but I hope it's British Columbia. So, because that would be great. So you guys be moving to Alberta. Yeah, that'd be great. He gonna be a oil guy up there playing in the sand.
No fucking idea.
Oh man, that would be great. He'd like that. That's nothing like digging out oily sand and then processing it to pull the oil out of it. You've got that, and then because they don't have the wells, they do, but not like Texas. It's nowhere near the amount of oil that you can just pump out. It's in sand, so they have to do stuff to it to extract it. So they got to actually dig it out.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. It's actually a pretty cool process. So, sweet. So that's coming up, what, next month or next 2 months? Or when is that happening? This month?
Their vote, I think they vote next year.
Oh, next year. Oh, well, that's...
Yeah, I don't think their vote is until next year, whenever their next vote is.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Bummer.
I believe it's like maybe January or February. Not sure.
So, I saw that you noticed my post about platforms making the dual language of Spanish being part of their platform for.
That's a problem. I don't like that.
Well, like I said on X, I said, the people.
Wouldn't you go French if you're going by the national language of the country your app's from?
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Yeah. Interesting. So apparently, nobody knows that I'm live for the most part right now. I just got a call right there. Sorry, I squirreled away. Somebody was calling me that normally would be joining in here in the space or participating in a chat space, and obviously they didn't. Yeah, it's kind of a big deal. It's those those basement dwellers are all banding together. The ones that I'm talking about, and then the other ones that I'm not talking about, apparently are banding together to go against me. Because of things like I'm talking about with you, with this whole Spanish language thing. It's like, I'm sorry, if you're not an American social media platform and you tout being America first of all, that's a bunch of horse shit. But then, okay, you're going to tout that. You're going to market yourself as this America first platform. And then you're going to spend, like, you've gotten a lot of complaints that your platform's kind of struggling in certain aspects, but you're going to take the time to create this Spanish fucking button for what? People some French tardies would fucking believe in some bullshit like that. So, you know, and maybe.
And at least the people in Quebec would only make you speak French.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, Canada as a whole. So, you know, Ontario, where Toronto is a neighbor of Quebec, and they're not that far from Quebec, but you know they're neighbors. And Canada has that dual language thing going on, where every sign, at least over there, is both English and French. What, now we're going to play that game here in the United States? I don't fucking think so. That's up to each personal business to do, and I guess, you know, it's your private business, but you operate as a public platform, and while you've been running around saying that we're America first, but you're fucking not. And it's like, it makes me angry, physically angry. I get to shaking when I think about how stupid people are that have signed up to then help promote this specific platform that is not really truly America first. They're falling into this whole, it's a scam. It's a flipping scam. Anyways, whatever. So, you know. But yeah, I've got, that was part of my rant last night after I finally was able to get my audio working again. Yeah, all of the techies out there are pushing against me all together. Like even it's almost like they've talked to each other. And like, all right, we're all gonna fuck with him. We're all gonna get sick of it. They're making an enemy out of me that they definitely should not be doing. They do not want to make me their enemy. And they've almost solidified it. So I really wish it wasn't this way, but they keep choosing to fuck with me. That you've known me, I have had issue after issue after issue, intermittently, and it's all stuff where I've worked tirelessly to make sure this shit doesn't happen. I get things all lined up, and it's all squared away. And like I said last night in my rant, I can own some of it is me. Some of it is me because of, you know, updates and I didn't catch something and whatnot. So I can own some of it. 100%. User error. I just didn't do my due diligence. But 90% of this is not me. So it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, yeah.
No. Got to get it figured out. So I kind of might have, said some shit that pissed a whole bunch of people off last night.
I mean, I like pissing people off. Isn't that like the point of life?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Smile and wave.
Yeah. Yeah. Yup. I just got a little thing that came across behind the scenes here that you were talking about.
We've
So,
been found. Hello, Miss Bell.
if I can actually, why the heck won't it? The heck? It won't let me drag it up here to show it on the page. That's BS.
Well, you're figuring that out. This is something interesting. So, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is now proposing a new head tax to fix the budget deficit, right? What is a head tax, you say? He's proposing that all companies employing 100+ people in Chicago will have to pay a $21 per employee per month to the Chicago government.
Well, that's going to kill Chicago right there.
Like punishment. This person puts punishment for hiring people now? Question mark. Like, are we really trying to make a welfare state that bad?
Right.
I just that's job creation. Like, what is? I don't even get the thought process behind that.
It's communism at this point. It's just another step towards it. So, fun stuff, right?
Right? Did you get that article to pull up?
I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm trying to.
Okay,
I don't know
sorry.
why it won't pull it up because it's that one about Chicago we talked about.
Oh,
Page. I posted it on my page.
I don't know why I can't get it there.
Hello, honey.
I need to move that over. Can I move that over? Maybe I can move that over. There we go. I think I've cracked the code again. Yet again, I've cracked the code. All right, so let me pull it up so everybody knows what the hell we're talking about. So, Ms. Bell, 1A had brought this up that you shared prior to you coming in. So, how awesome is that? You both brilliant minds think alike, right? So,
oh gosh.
What do you mean? Oh gosh.
Always hated that statement.
Oh well, whatever.
It's always like I never know what to think about. I'm sorry, I squirreled. Anyways,
breaking news
back to the
on
article.
Fox, but they've known about it for a minute, and it's just now getting out. Yeah. Investigation is already started.
Yeah. So Nick Sorter on X posted, breaking. ICE has just arrested an illegal immigrant who is an active Illinois police officer. Illinois is literally arming illegals and having them enforce laws on citizens. Insanity! This falls squarely on J.B. Pritzker and the Democrats. Yes, it does. And he's got the little post with audio, 34 seconds. I guess we can listen to this real quick.
Let's do breaking news now. Immigration Customs and Enforcement has just revealed in the last short time a police officer working in Illinois is an illegal immigrant. Radule Bajovic works for the Hanover Police Department. He graduated from the academy in August, but he has been living in the U.S. illegally for a decade after his tourist visa expired in 2015. His illegal status was discovered as part of Operation Midway. So we wanted to bring you the very latest on that.
Okay, there you have it. So he's from, he's what, European, Eastern European status somewhere like that? I don't know. Anyways, sounds like it maybe. Do we know exactly what country he's from? Doesn't really matter at this point. But yeah, he's a white guy from over in Europe somewhere. Yeah, awesome stuff. Awesome sauce. Thanks for sharing that.
I expected them to say like his visa expired like during the Biden administration. not that his visa expired in 2015.
Yeah, the
So
Obama.
that means he, right, but he didn't get a job with the police department until 2016, 2017.
No.
So
They
the
just said in
entire
August.
time,
He just went through the academy this August. So 2025.
oh,
That's what they
that's
were
weird
saying.
because a different thing said that he'd been a officer for 10 years.
Well, right
So
there it was
that's
saying he'd been in the country for
conflicting,
10 years. But
Huh.
this August is when
Interesting.
he did his, yeah. So maybe you just heard it backwards.
Right. I'll have to go back and check that other one and see
Yeah.
what's going on there. Because if that other one's sharing false information, I need to take it off my page.
Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't matter though, right? The whole point is whether it was
That's
then
insane.
or now, he's been in the country for 10 years illegally when his tourist visa expired. That's what she said. Not saying that she knows everything either, but according to Fox News, which take that with a grain of salt, 2015, his tourist visa expired, and now he's a police officer in Illinois.
Chicago.
So fun stuff, fun times.
That's insane.
I mean,
Like,
yeah.
Non-residents, it's a federal crime for anybody that's not a U.S. citizen to have a gun. So even if you're here with a visa, whether it's a work visa or tour, and it's even worse, he was here on a tourist visa, so he shouldn't have even been able to get a job flipping burgers, let alone as a police officer.
Right.
Where they're gonna hand him a gun, where he's gonna tell citizens the Constitution, like,
Yep.
And where there's one, there are many. So how many more are there?
I don't know, Ms. Bell, do you have an idea of how many more there are? Ms. Bell?
Are you too? I was blow drying my hair. I'm leaving in a few hours. I had to get ready. Sorry, who's going to listen in? Yes, I know there's a lot more things, but I can't discuss right now. Not on live. Sorry.
That's fine. That tells us enough right there, all on its own. So there you go.
And any company,
can we throw out some percentages here? Are we talking like 3% of the police force? Like maybe like less than 1% of the police force? Like,
it used to be where if you hired illegals, they would actually come and fine the companies because we do have a system set in place. You're to provide information that provides that you are an actual citizen and blah, blah, blah. And for some reason, I guess through the Obama and of course Biden, they've so laxed on it that they're coming. This is how we're finding so many things before we started other processes to find what we discovered here. So there's a lot more. But the problem is these companies are not being held accountable. They would change their tune if we charged them $100,000 a day per person that that you hired illegally. They might change their tune.
Jump in when they have
$21 a
jump.
month,
Don't get the hell.
right? So to me, this is where this is. It's the companies as well that need to be held accountable because they know what they're hiring.
Right.
They know. I'm not stupid. I have businesses. I know exactly what it takes.
Right. Well, so hold on a second here. So I agree with going after the businesses. We should have been doing this a long time ago, right? Because these things have been in place. You hire,
it's been in place.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So this has been here. So we need to just now enforce that. Enforce the Constitution, right? Constitutional enforcement.
Oh, imagine that.
So,
wow.
We do that, which means we also then have to go after the state because the state issues these. They're rubber stamping this. So not just the business, but we need to go after the state. So whoever was in charge at this time, which maybe it's J.B. Pritzker, he now has to answer for this. And I guess he can let shit roll downhill and say, hey, it was one of my staffers or it was somebody else that I've hired for this position or that position. Fine. But the buck needs to stop with the state because the state was rubber stamping this at the top. 100%. So not only hammer the businesses, which that should be primary, but you got to hammer the state too. You have to. Each and every level of government that allowed this to happen. Period. That's just how I feel about that. And I know it doesn't matter how I feel, but in this moment, when it comes to the United States Constitution, it's not really a feeling, I guess, really. It's a preservation, protection, and defense of our liberties in the United States Constitution. So,
well, it does matter what you think, and it matters what the other Americans think, because this is our country, and this is blatant disrespect that our representatives and companies, think of it, I'm about to say something, but there are many companies out there who know exactly what they hire. Okay, exactly, and that's all they hire.
Yeah, it's part of their business plan.
Absolutely.
I call it out on X all the time. I'm like, people are whining, and I'm like, well, if you didn't write a business plan specifically on the backs of the Cuban immigrants coming in from Florida, then your business probably wouldn't be going out the door right now. Sorry, not sorry.
Exactly. I'm saying, and there's those Chicago and Illinois need to be held responsible, and that includes all states, whether it's mine own or not. So everybody needs to be accountable for it. I know if I did it with my businesses, I would be in trouble. Guess what? Make sure everything is documented very well, so I am not out of regulations, and then I'm not in trouble. If I can do it, by golly, so can these people.
What it is, big
And I hire
mama,
well over
raised
100
no
people,
dummies. I done her rap.
Watch out. You might have to start paying $21 a month
Luckily,
per fucking head.
Well, one day I will if they other states follow suit, right? But right now, I'm lucky. So far, so good.
You don't got no brains anyhow.
But yeah, there's a lot more out there. Like I keep telling you, just trust the process. Stuff is coming.
Oh, do you want to ask Ms. Bell about that? She might know the numbers better than what we were trying to figure out earlier.
Hello?
Hello?
Are we lagging again?
I think so.
No, I can hear it.
Back.
Oh, wait, hold on. No, you guys aren't lagging. Sorry. You guys, I was muted. My bad. I was trying to talk.
Oh, well, Belle keeps roboting, and for me, she's still just a listener.
Oh, really? There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, on mine. So I'll be right back.
It shows I'm a speaker on my end. Do you want me to pop out and come back in, or?
It sounds good on my end. You're coming across my end just fine. So, it might just be hers. No, and no wonder you weren't responding to my button pushing. I was pushing buttons, and I just realized no, I had muted myself, and I didn't unmute myself. So, no, I was after the J.B. Pritzker stuff in the state of Illinois, I had hit this button.
You don't got no brains anyhow.
Did you know Illinois has been on the down for so long, for many, many years? Yeah. Every 6 months, there's major things that state just hurts their people, and it just gets worse. And how these people don't understand.
Yep. Well, I mean, look,
beyond me.
They all got excited about Obama being from that region. They thought he was from that region, but thinking he's from there, that he'd help Illinois get better, and he actually made it worse. And then the other day, you probably missed it. I was reporting on the little scroll here on X. They showed Obama's presidential library, and old cat dog, Kitty Roca, as I like to call him, because he's a complete piece of. Anyways, he showed he was commenting on how that looked like a porta potty, which I then made fun of him because he's retarded and that doesn't look anything like a porta potty. It looks like it is one of those turret mounts from the Death Star in Star Wars. It looks like it's right from the Death Star, and it's built right there in on the lakeshore of Chicago. It's like, holy smokes. What are we doing here? And that thing itself has been a complete disaster. It should have been finished a little while ago, and they're still saying it won't be finished until 2026, and still nobody knows what it's really going to be there for, other than some monument to Obama. So all of that money that he's pouring into that, or we're pouring into it, or whatever, wherever the funding's coming from, now is taking from where he should be pouring the money into, and that's getting the city of Chicago, the state of Illinois, straightened out. But you don't see that happening. I mean, when you have a president that can't even help his own state, supposedly his own state, you're never going to fix it. Illinois, Chicago is a cesspool.
What? I mean, black on crime is fine, and 72 deaths a weekend by gunshot violence in a city that doesn't allow handguns seems perfectly legit.
Mm-hmm. Well,
let's pull out the Ice Age, because they're currently right now taking all the fencing down from around the Ice Agents detention center in Chicago right now, in hopes that a big riot's going to break out with this No Kings protest this weekend. I think tomorrow we should just go in and clean all the detainees and all of the ICE staff out of Chicago, and then just take the National Guard and our ICE agents and just surround the city and start building a wall. Like, your thought process of just starting to close them into the city, I think we should start with Chicago if they don't want the help.
Oh, you're finally coming around to that idea?
Oh yeah, I disowned them several hours ago on X.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So look, real quick before I forget, we were going to ask Ms. Bell what the number is, because you had said 1.5 million potentially have been deported, but then you gave a number of they're saying there was close to 900,000 self-deports, and we weren't sure if the 900,000 was a part of that 1.5 million or if that was a separate number. Ms. Bell, can you help us on that? Was that separate, or is that part of that self?
I'm trying my hair. Oh, that's a separate number. We've had like 1.5 million self-deport, so that's good.
Wait, how many?
That's what I keep saying.
Wait, say that again. How many self-deport?
1.5 million people have self-deported.
Oh.
It's real.
So how many have they actually deported then?
Oh, I can look at the numbers. I have to pull it up. I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay.
That's not like my purview of what I deal with every day, but I can look it up for y'all.
Right. Well, we're just shocked because.
Oh no, you're fine.
No, you're fine. We're just shocked at what you're saying. 1.5 million, because that's the number that they were saying has been deported without self-deportation. The self-deport
maybe is what I don't know.
So are we at?
We've had a lot of people self-deport.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry.
That's awesome.
Oh, okay.
Amen.
I'll have to go back in and re-listen to Cash Patel's little thingy. I got to find the whole clip because I was listening into bits and pieces of it on Fox. Or I should say on X, but Fox's feed on X.
Yeah.
So I'll have to find the actual.
Awesome. Well, sorry, Ms. Bell. We're just asking because you might know. We don't think that you know necessarily, but you might know better than us. That's why we ask sometimes. So
I'll be back to work next week. Shoot me over what you want me to look up, and I'll let you know what I know.
Yeah, I want to know the truth about the ignoramuses screwing with me, because that's factual.
Well, I'm trying all I can.
I know. Well, yeah.
I even texted you a minute ago.
I know.
So.
I saw that. I was going to reply, and then I don't think I did. But yeah, but them to you. They're not being honest with you about shit. Just saying. So, and that is actually not something that would be uncommon right now in today's world. So there you go.
Those damn IT people.
Yeah, fuck them. I'm sick and tired of them. I mean, seriously, I am not the enemy that they want to make. They do not want to make me as an enemy. That is a fact. So they might think they've got one over on me right now, but you know what? They can think that all they want, and I'll put it out there for them to hear. Hi, IT fucktards. Yeah, I'm sick of you guys. You're the ones that are ruining this country right now. You have been ruining this country. And it's funny, I had this thought process earlier, Ms. Bell. You know how I've outlined over the years now of the shift where, the mainstream media has sent some people over to social media in a shift to then make them look like they're independent even though they're not independent? Where because of the tug of war and how far left everything's lurched, you still have Democrats that are the same thing that they've always said that they are, except now they're claiming to be conservatives. These IT people, to self-preservation, they're lefties. The majority of them are control freaks. They believe in banning. They believe in reporting. They believe in all of this shit. And because they're the lesser of the species for the most part physically. They're not very dominant physically, and mentally they might have the computer world all to themselves. They might, and awesome, you guys are doing great, but that's the only thing they've got. And so they've shifted tenor right now to protect themselves. So they're looking like and acting like something that, oh, hey, no, they're on our team. They're great. They believe in the United States Constitution. Yeah, sure, they're all about saving and preserving the United States of America. No, not so fast. Not so fast, my friend. No, they are still part of the swamp from before, and they are still doing things behind the scenes that is very nefarious. It's just like what Elon's dealing with at X. Before he made it X, it was Twitter. We know what kind of entity Twitter was. Now we know what X is because he never cleaned out that residue from before. That's right. I called them residue. Excrement. So look, this is what we're dealing with all over, not just this country, but the planet, where you have these IT people that are very community oriented. They're very communist in how they do things. All of them, every single last fucking one of them that are embedded as deep as I'm talking about right now. That is them. So when they want to pay you, Ms. Bell, or the president, but not a lot of people see it. They see this and identify it and define it as, oh, look, they're awakening to the woke bullshit. Oh, look. It's like, no, they're not. They understand that they have to pander to you so you'll accept them on your team so that then they can infiltrate you and drag you further down that hole of despair. Because they ultimately want control of everything. They want to make the rules. They want to set the rules. And by golly, it's working right now. But there's going to be a point in time while
You said a word. Stating your age.
Oh, jeez. Hold on here.
Televised don't got no brains anyhow. Just hang loose, blood. Cut me some slack, Jack.
What it is, Big Mama? My mama raised no dummies. I duck a rap.
I did those audios for you, Ms. Bell, right out of Airplane, old jive talk. Sorry, I'm using some old speech here that people can't hold.
Sure recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Man.
I understand what you're saying, but it's not like you've been saying this before, so.
Right, but now I'm saying it much more at this point. I'm just outing it more again.
Okay.
And, like, why not reiterate what I've been saying? Because this is a problem. It really is a problem. Because that's what President Trump's dealing with. People need to understand that the fight hasn't just gotten easier. The fight isn't over, and the fight's getting more nefarious because you have cornered some of these people in a place that they don't want to be. And they're having to play a game that they don't want to play. They're having to pretend to be something that they don't want to be. And right now, they're going to pull out all the stops. You have people within Trump's administration right now trying to fuck him every which way. And he has, maybe he has a clue. I hope he has a clue. I think he does have a clue. And I think he's doing certain things to maybe have them out themselves, which is, okay, great. But this is the battle we're up against, because it's not just President Trump that's dealing with this at the top levels. It's everybody in all of these. Like I mentioned Elon's X business there. He's got that there. Ms. Bell's businesses potentially have people like that there too. Every social media platform, I mean, has basically been created by these type of people. So this is the battle. And look at the DEI stuff that's infiltrated. Hey, well, low-hanging fruit, Chicago Police Department. You have this throughout the whole country right now. They're little worms. They're little worms, and they will.
That's why I have give them no mercy. Give them no mercy and deport them, because they know exactly what they were doing. They know exactly. And I of course, being
can we deport the people that helped them do it, aided and abetted?
No, but they need to be held accountable, at least if they're illegal too.
Right, yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with holding those people accountable. But do you see that going to happen? Let's hope so. Let's hope this administration does something about it.
Well, to what extent can we hold them accountable, other than the fines that you mentioned? Is there more that we could do?
I don't know. This isn't my purview, so I can't be exact, but I would think that there are things that they've broken, laws, if you want to call it, to do this and hold them accountable to that. At least that's more than what they've been held accountable to the last 50 years of my freaking life. So,
right.
I just don't have much hope for it. They'll do as anything is just slap his hand and deport his little stinking butt, and all the liberals up there will be fighting for him to stay because he's made good on himself. He's serving the community. Well, no, he's not good. He didn't serve you well because he lied about it. You want somebody that can do that to protect you? I don't think so. But you remember what cops are for. They're there for the municipality.
That's right. They're police, not sheriff's deputies.
Mm-hmm. And the rules up in Illinois. I remember when you were on TikTok, that one gal that was from the constitutional lady, she really shared a lot about what the Illinois was about, because I don't know. It's not my thing. I do love Chicago, but I don't know their laws and so forth.
Yeah, she
shared a lot.
Was from south of Chicago, a little bit out in she lived in a cornfield. I think she was she's a farmer's daughter or something, or married into a farming little family or whatever. But yeah, she knew her shit a little bit. So
was she warned us how much this place was going down, and just kept on going, which is what happens until you have people stand up for themselves.
When you know,
so there's a lot more.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say there's just a lot more out there than what's being reported. All I can say is trust the process. I only know what I know with what I do. If I get the information, I will let you know.
Well, we know you can't do that either. You can only let me know enough, just a little bit, little snippets until President Trump removes his head from his posterior when it comes to me personally. So just like Elon needs to remove his head from his posterior when it comes to me personally. So whenever that happens, I'll be overcome with joy and I will welcome it, and that will be awesome. But until then, it's like I'm just on the outside trying to look in. I feel like I'm a Georgian in Atlanta during the 2020 election, trying to look into a place where they're counting the ballots, but they've boarded up the windows with cardboard, so I can't see in. I feel that's what I feel like right now. It's like, no, you can't look in here. No, sorry. No transparency for you. It's like, shit. Come on now. Just talk to me. Why don't you call me up on the damn phone? Shit. Anyways, whatever. You guys have Miss Bell call me up on the phone. Which I don't mind. I appreciate the phone calls, Ms. Bell, but,
I'm sure they hear plenty of you.
That's horse pucky. If they heard plenty of me, they'd make sure I don't have the damn technical difficulties that I do. And that's the facts right there. Facts. So, plenty of me, good God almighty. And if that's the case, too, if they're hearing why can't I just sit down and break bread with these people and actually shake their hand and then be on the same page instead of this weird detached like this. It's weird. It's this
Hey.
whatever's going on is weird. I'm just gonna say that it's weird. I don't know how else to describe it. They hear enough from me. They hear enough from me, but that no one else on this damn planet's hearing anything of me. That's weird. Anyway.
Being silly.
Oh, that woman got a mouth like an outboard motor.
Don't you know it?
Yep. You know what?
Nothing for you. Can you dig it?
Can you dig it? Remember that movie, The Warriors? What a great movie. Anyways. No. I actually, when I pulled that sound, Ms. Bell, she lost connection somehow. I was going to share with her a little thought process there. 1A, have you seen The Warriors?
What's that?
Oh, it's a classic movie from the 80s about gang violence.
Is it the ones where I think is it like two groups, like they meet in like a little pit and it's like an old 70s style movie?
Yeah, except it's not just two groups.
Yeah.
There's like that
I
audio.
thought it was called War or something like that.
It's the Warriors. So the Warriors is one of the gangs. And
it's like 5 that come together or some weird thing.
No, there's like 80 of them. And like in the end, well, like with the Can You Dig It, they're all in like this little amphitheater. All the leaders have come together, and they're talking about how all of their members collectively create a army of 60,000 warriors, troops for battle.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about going after the police and taking the city back and blah, 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 blah. Anyways, it's a great movie. But when I peeled that audio, what I was going to, mention to Ms. Bell is the divisiveness, where there in that movie it talks about the gangs. And we know historically, whether you're in L.A., Washington, D.C., Seattle, Baltimore, Chicago, you have gangs. You have turf, and people just try to mind their own turf, and then there's these little turf wars, these little battles, skirmishes and whatnot, and it's really hard for them to get along, but then they figure out a way, blah, blah, blah. But this is division. This is divisiveness. But then in this movie, they try to find a way to come together for a common goal. Now, in our communities right now, they all think because they're a community, they're all equal communities, and they think they're all somewhat together, or they perceive it, but they're not. They're divided. So it's a way of dividing and conquering, because if you divide the people through community and these different communities, and there's not really any crossover, they don't talk to each other, they don't work together, there's zero communication, so therefore they're separate. They're separate, and they don't even understand really what's going on. And that's where we've gotten to right now in our country. And look at what has happened over in Great Britain with this. They're further along down the road than we are. And then you look at Europe, the same thing with the community crap. Look where it got them. It's horrible. So here, we're very close. If we don't take care of this now, like President Trump is doing, we're fucked. We're fucked. That's why it's like the same thing, like I was trying to allude to earlier. We got to help President Trump out. We can't stop the fight. We have to call this stuff out. We witness it. We got to call it out. You and I and Ms. Bell, we've been doing we've been doing what we can do with what we're allowed to do right now. And that's great. But the President Trump, you, me, Ms. Bell, maybe Elon, maybe a few other people. Like, it takes more than just a handful in this country. It takes all of us willing to speak freely. And it takes all of us not to ban, boot, and report. The more we ban, boot, and report people, on social media, the more we censor ourselves. The act itself is censoring yourself.
Oh yeah, that's why I don't do it. I just, yeah.
Right, and people justify, though, doing it. Like, oh, well, I just do it for the bots. It's like you can't even do it for the bots because you don't know who's a bot and who's not necessarily. You can make a guess, but guess what? When you boot a bot and instead of just ignoring it, that bot is exercising speech directed by somebody. So when you boot that, it goes into the algorithm.
Yep.
It shows a form of censorship that you have now participated in. So it knows that you're okay with some sort of censorship. If everybody on social media just stopped banning, blocking, booting, and reporting, if we all just stopped, oh boy, you want to see communication levels go through the roof? And see, people somehow, some way think that they are incapable of ignoring. Space and interact with you, which I say that's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit.
I mean, you can't even get bots, so I don't know how it's gonna deter anybody else from coming into the chat space.
Right.
Like they like you're so censored and have been, who knows, marked as a bot because you've been blocked by so many people that don't understand Constitution and how to just scroll, that AI could just think you're a bot. It could have nothing to do with what you're saying. We all know that it has everything to do with what you're saying. But hypothetically, an account out there, just Joe Smo from Idaho, who, shares a couple Trump posts here and makes a couple crude beer jokes over there and likes a couple hot rods every once in a while. That account, I see those accounts fucking marked as spam all the time on X. And they're actually bringing their, like, the comment before them will be somebody sharing their, like, Timu bullshit. And then, like, all the comments before that will be some left-wing lunacy bullshit. When the comment that's marked as spam or offensive will actually be carrying on and make a good point to the original post. And it's just like, and that happens because somebody was scrolling down through and saw something he posted or shared that they didn't like and X'd it. Like, I won't even put that, because once you put you're not interested on something, it's gonna limit posts from that particular person. It's going to limit posts that are similar in style. So, like, say my top pick of cars, anti-cars in the world, like a red Ford shows up in my feed, and I post off not interested. Now, because I've done that, AI is going to think I'm not interested in any cars.
Right.
So then all of a sudden, everybody, like, that has an American flag, and people just don't even understand that. And that, like, yes, I get AI is cool with, like, if you're wanting to just get a quick glimpse of shit you really want to see and nothing else, but then you end in an echo chamber.
Well, okay. So yes, as it currently stands, but at the end of this month, when Elon cuts loose Grok for everyone to be their own personal assistants. Hold on a second. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Holy smokes, that was a pretty violent sneeze, too. Whew. Good thing I had the mute button. That would have hurt your ears. Anyways, so once Elon unleashes this thing at the end of the month, Grok will be your personal assistant through the Grok that you can access just from your X account, your normal stuff, and you can set your parameters for what you're going to get on your feed, and you'll be able to tinker with it. It won't just be based on your like or dislike. You'll be able to say, "Hey, Grok, I would like my feed to be sports and these sports alone. I'd like my feed to be about politics, and I want a little bit from the right. I want a little bit from the left, and I want a lot from independent sources, please." And then you are going to be able to say, Grok, I'd like some cooking recipes. I'd like some humor. I'd like some cartoons. I'd like, you're going to be able to set a parameter that you're going to have to probably monkey with a little bit because, again, this is in the beginning of it, right? But that I am excited for that so that I can say, Grok, I don't want to see any stupid shit that comes from TikTok. Nothing. I don't want to see any posts that come from TikTok. Grok, I do not want to see any posts from X, Y, or Z. Please and thank you. And then you can kind of tinker with it over time, and that will be amazing. It'll be amazing. I think it'll open a lot of stuff up for people. And you could actually probably even just say, Grok, I'd like to see a compilation of the most highly seen and liked posts 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. So at 6 p.m. every day I get a list of the top posts for that previous 24 hours, and then I could come on here on a podcast and then rifle through the top posts of the last 24 hours and comment on them. How amazing would that be? So, and I think that's going to be pretty doable at that point. So I'll have my own little personal assistant when it comes to that kind of stuff. And you will too. Everybody will. Hopefully it works, because who knows? Maybe the use of Grok will bog down the servers and really, because I don't know. When I use Grok on my phone, that thing heats up just as much as TikTok heats up my phone from the past when I was doing TikTok years ago. I don't know if
that's a problem.
Yeah, well, because it's the usage. TikTok. See, people, it got hot with TikTok, and then hot even when you weren't using TikTok because of that stupid shit that the spyware TikTok was doing. So it was running a whole bunch of shit. It was analyzing your phone. When you use Grok, it's just running a whole. It's trying
doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's not doing the spy necessarily, but it's really utilizing the full capacity of your phone. So it gets hot. So I don't know how, it's like, oh shit. So you might not want to use it that much. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all works out. It'll be pretty neat. It'll be really exciting, actually, for me. Because I have had issues with my algorithm like you're talking about for a while. And for the longest time, I refused to follow anybody back because I didn't want to fuck my algorithm up.
Right. And it just seems like on X you kind of have to, and I hate doing the follow and unfollow to try to manipulate things that just never actually show up in my feed either. So it's like I don't even know what the point is.
Right. Here, let me show.
I'm like, oh, I guess I'll just be a liberal.
Right. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah. Speaking of liberal communist, I'm sharing something over here on the screen. It's from Congressman Greg Cesar. Okay, he says here on X, Caroline Leavitt should resign. They try to make us hate each other to distract from the fact that they're robbing us all blind. It's sick. So you actually commented on this. You said, "Proof, please show us the fact and the truth." So Aaron Repar had commented, "Levitt, the Democrat Party's main constituency is made up of Hamas, terrorists, illegal aliens, and violent criminals." I kind of want to hear Caroline right now so everybody else can hear what she said. And quite frankly, from what I just read, if this is what she's saying, she's not wrong. It's primarily what it's made up of at this point in time.
Proved that the is catering to not the Trump administration and not the White House and not the Republican Party, who is standing up for law-abiding Americans, not just across the country, but around the world. And that proved that the Democrat...
There we go. Law-abiding, I'd like to get law out of it and just go constitutional abiding at this point. But, hey, beggars can't be choosers at this point in time. But, yeah, there you go. So we saw your comment to that. Do you have anything to add to that?
Not really. I'm just at the point where both sides, when they're, oh, it's the Democrats' fault and it's the Republicans' fault. Okay, fine. It's their fault. Now, what's your solution to fix it? I don't care. We'll just blame everybody and move on to the next idea. What's broken? What's wrong with it? Show me why it's not working and show me your plan to fix it. If you can't do any of those things, then just sign whatever's in front of you and move along.
So here's another one that popped up. Let's see here. I got to move this around. So wait, where'd it go? Oh, there we go. Here's another one. Oh, look, it's another one you commented on. Wow, this is a 1A habit day. She's putting her First Amendment habit into exercise here. This is great. So Senator Reverend, what's his name? Reverend something. Senator Warnock. He says, it's day 16 of the government shutdown. The time to fix health care is right now. The time to reopen the government is right now. And he's sitting at his desk, and there's a little placard instead of his name. It says, keep the faith. So let's listen to what he's got to say here.
Folks, it's day 16 of the Republican government shutdown. Day 16. And my Republican colleagues are saying the health care discussion can wait. It cannot wait. People are literally getting their notices right now that their health care premiums have doubled, tripled, in some cases quadrupled. And so the time to fix that is right now, and the time to reopen the government is right now. Let's do both of these things, and let's do it right now.
Right now. So your response was, cool, what is your plan? Your photo just tells me that we, the people, pay you too much to have a suit like that. That's great. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. What the heck, man? That's a nice suit you're rocking there. Wow. Yeah, great comment. So here we have a situation where before in history, when government was shut down, we had people protesting it like crazy. Like, people actually, hey, you got to reopen the government, protesting. No one's protesting the shutdown. In fact, what they're doing right now is organizing for a No Kings rally this weekend instead of a protest of the government shutdown, which tells you their priorities here. The shutdown really doesn't matter. No one really gives a crap about it other than Senator Warnock here and his cronies that want to try to magnify this, make a mountain out of a molehill. Like people are understanding, oh, shit, I guess government really doesn't matter. And, oh, wait, isn't it government that originally created it to where I'm forced to pay these premiums that they're going to throw at me? Oh, that's right. And they think that this is an emergency that they want to fix, and they're the ones that made it this way. So maybe we just don't want them to touch anything anymore, and we'll let this play out. Because, see, ultimately, if you and I and everybody else stops paying these insurance premiums, the insurance companies are going to have to then say, uh-oh, we better drop the premiums because they're just not going to pay us anymore.
Exactly. And and we're sitting here and we're talking. Okay, so like all these people, there's 20, supposedly, if we go off what they're saying, there's 20 million Americans, which we all know they're not really Americans, but whatever, that are going to lose their health care, right? Because of subsidy that's not going to end until December 31st. Just get that out there. So nobody's getting any notices right now that their premiums are doubling. They're actually getting notices that the healthcare market is open and is now the time to go shop for your new premium. And you only have a certain amount of time. So like that's a lot of what's being hidden behind the scenes right now. Is nobody's looking into better policies because they're now panicking. Now, we have Elizabeth Warren going out here talking about some couple that make $90,000 a year. Well, couples on average only actually make $60,000 a year on median income of the average American right now. So, at $90,000 a year and their premium, they're already paying almost just under $3,000 a month for their premium. And now it's going to go up to a little over $4,000 a month. Now you times that by 12 months. Now you put that in the bank for yourself at half that rate every year, and your medical bills are covered.
Uh-oh. We're going to get booted from this cast at this point. You telling so many truths.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, it's just basic math.
Yeah, I mean, they don't want this information put out there, plain and simple.
Yeah, but the thing is they're plastering it all over X and other platforms. Like, oh my God, feel bad for this couple, and it's like, that couple makes $60,000 more a year than 90% of the couples out there. So, yeah, nobody feels bad that their insurance is going to go up to $4,000 a month. And unfortunately, in that thought process, everybody misses, wait, why are we even going to pay $7,000 a month for health insurance? Like, and not to mention, okay, these subsidies, we need to stop calling them subsidies. They're taxpayer funded reimbursements. You're paying your insurance company $3,000 a month, and then you're giving how much in taxes every month to file taxes at the end of the year for not the insurance company to reimburse you, for your tax money to reimburse you. So what?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if I had put that money in a high yield savings account at like what, 5%, 7%?
Yeah. Would have paid
I
off a
could
lot
live
more.
off the dividends in 6 months.
Fantastic. Just saying.
So if you want real advice, go cancel your health insurance tomorrow and put it in a savings account. Tell the government to shove it up their ass. Also, if you're really smart, we will all go to I-9 employees.
Look, I mean, again, we talk about this ad nauseum, and people just don't get it. They believe the shit. Like what I pulled up another doozy of a person from the left. My favorite, your favorite, poor Mexican girl from New York City who probably would have lost to a glass of water with a D behind it, but is the representative of the fine people of the whatever district, AOC. She's over here. Clay Travis.
You mean our next president?
Shut your mouth, sis. Just stop. Just stop. Don't even. So Clay Travis posted, why do Republicans own young men in the country? AOC's answer, because they preach toxic masculinity and not healthy masculinity. Every day, every week, every month, and every year, more men leave the Democrat Party because of arguments like hers. Then Adam Carolla quote posted that, and he said, I enjoy the certitude. Combined with not knowing jack shit, kind of reminds me of COVID times. So now I have to force us to listen to AOC because this has to be somewhat funny. Because, her thinking she's super smart is already funny all on its own. So here we go. Let's listen to this.
And they are able to radicalize
of course, I just
and target and exploit a generation of young boys, in particular, away from healthy masculinity and into an insecure masculinity that requires the domination of others who are poorer, browner, darker, or a different gender than them. And that is why they are resonating online, because they are appealing to the most basest and worst parts of human nature to divide us. And they are able.
All right, so I'm going to play this again here as soon as 1A, did you probably missed most of that, right? Are you there? You there, 1A? Are you there? Did I lose you? Uh-oh. Hello? Have you fixed yourself?
Am I back?
There you go.
I did.
I suppose you missed
Okay,
everything AOC was saying there.
Unfortunately, yeah, it
All right,
roboted just as you started to play it.
Yeah, all right, here we go. I'm going to play it again. Here it is.
Okay.
AOC at her smartest. Take two.
And they are able to radicalize and target and exploit a generation of young boys, in particular, away from healthy masculinity and into an insecure masculinity that requires the domination of others who are poorer, browner, darker, or a different gender than them. And that is why they are resonating online, because they are appealing to the most basest and worst parts of human nature to divide us.
Wow.
So that whole town hall is an insight to the next presidential run. I would suggest people go and listen to it.
Well, you've got it showed some clips of the audience there, and it's mainly women, and they're all nodding their head at a specific time of when she's talking about this toxic masculinity. Now, do I need to remind people what actual toxic masculinity is? If you really want to understand what toxic masculinity is, go south. No, it does. It does. It's called the machismo of the cartels.
Oh God, yeah.
So you want toxic masculinity that goes over the top, just go south of the border. Or go even further south into South America. The Spanish influence in this part of the world has created a very toxic masculine type machismo. I don't know any other word to use. It's the machismo that they have. And while it is very good in some cases, oh boy, when it gets out of control, look at the cartels. Which, again, I mean, you can point the finger to here in the United States with the gangs and the mobs. That would be probably considered toxic masculinity to a certain extent. but it's still different. And here in the U.S., a guy who wants to take care of himself, a guy who is confident and is willing to stand his ground based on the United States Constitution to preserve, protect, and defend not only his liberties, but his loved ones' liberties, that is not toxic masculinity. Not at all.
No, and those are some requirements. So DM me. Sorry.
That's fantastic.
There's a long list more, but like, hey, if you checked all of those boxes, we're on the right page.
Yeah. Man, I'm getting a little echo from your side of things. That's crazy. It's like yeah, it's like your microphone's close to your earbuds or something. It's weird. I don't know. Go figure. Oh well. Technical difficulties. Yeah, every flipping day here at the Speak Freely podcast, because they don't want us to speak freely. So there you go. Go figure.
Is that any better?
Hello. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, my voice
Am I
is
here?
Oop, wait. Yeah, I think my voice is not echoey at the moment. It's just a little crazy there. So,
there we go. Should be better.
Maybe. We'll see. Nothing new. I can work through it just fine. Anyways, AOC here and her little, I guess what you're thinking might be a presidential run. It sounds like she's trying to get the housewives of a certain thought process to back her on being, oh, we care, so now we have to do this. So we care, and now we do this. So they think they need to save the men that are falling into this trap. It's like I'm hearing her say that the war needs to be mounted to protect the men, to save the men from falling into the trap of toxic masculinity because of X, Y, and Z. And it's like, hello, you don't get to be the great arbiter of what good masculinity is versus bad masculinity. Men can call it out. And women, you can call it out too, to a certain extent, but men are the only ones that are going to be able to change it. That's it. And quite honestly, I'm gonna be very honest. I love the toxic masculinity and the machismo of the Mexican culture. I do. I really do, honestly, because you have to have that. There's a time and a place for that. When it gets a little out of control, okay, I'll give you that. It gets a little squirrely sometimes. But men get squirrely sometimes. When it's for good reason, you're very thankful for it. The only time you're not thankful for it is when it's for bad reason. So, at this point in time, the toxic masculinity, or what they're defining as toxic masculinity, is a very, very good, positive thing here in the United States of America. And quite frankly, I am going to go there right now, sis. I'm going to go there.
Okay.
AOC would be a conservative if she had a real man grab her and put her up against a wall and thrust into her over and over and over again for a whole night to where she orgasmed like she's never orgasmed before. She would then be like, oh, this is what conservatism is about. Okay, I'm all for it. Yeah, that I guarantee. Like, I have this weird thing inside of me that thinks that women that are a little when it comes to politics is just because, like I said, Greta Thunberg, all she needs is good dicking and she'll be fixed. I honestly believe the majority of Karens out there, it's that way. They just have never had good, pleasurable physical interaction with a man, to then understand what it's all about. They've had these weird little, God help you if you're a woman that's been with a non-masculine man in the bedroom, because that probably isn't very fun. So, yeah, I pray for all the women out there listening. I hope you've had a good alpha male in the bedroom with you. Hope you're married to one, or if at least had one or two in your life. I don't know. But if you haven't, you're probably slightly socialist, you're probably slightly liberal, and you probably are a little irritable in life because you've never had a real orgasm. I don't think I'm wrong about this. I know it's a little sideways as far as like it's a little kooky, that kind of side. It's like a little off maybe, but there's something about human nature and certain experiences in nature. It's like you want to talk about like the people that are toxic. Like, what is she talking about here? I don't know.
Right. Like, I mean, it doesn't really exist. Like, yes, there's toxic people, but that has nothing to do with their masculinity.
Well, it's what she said right here. Hold on a second.
And you're like being so like
yeah, hold on one second.
Dividing.
I can't remember what she said, so I got to replay a little bit of it to remember what she said. Hold on.
And they are able to radicalize and target and exploit a generation of young boys, in particular, away from healthy masculinity and into an insecure masculinity.
That's what it is. Insecure masculinity. So she's claiming that over-the-top huffing and puffing of the chest is an insecure masculinity, which insecure masculinity is the toxic masculinity. So she's wanting to say that men who are very, with the machismo, are insecure, which I'm not going to argue that some ankle biter men, short man syndrome men, sorry, short guys out there, I'm not going to say that that's not kind of a thing, but again, she's misdefining it. But you hear her say the boys. She's also saying insecure masculinity with boys. And so she's talking to these moms out there like, oh, we got to save our boys before they become horrible men. What? You can see the kind of the line that's being drawn in the sand here. Like, I don't know if I need to watch the whole dang town hall to see what they're going to come at us with, because it's AOC and this bullshit, or somebody else like AOC and that bullshit.
This is a problem.
She's got a better shot than Kamala Harris. She's better looking. She's younger. And sadly, I have to say this, she speaks better than Kamala Harris. So they might actually be able to do some weird squirrely shit with this.
And she doesn't cackle.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, shit.
And then she drags Bernie with her. Like it was a Bernie Sanders AOC fucking town hall with CNN. So basically, those two, it's the whole and the oligarchy or whatever he's always going on about.
Yeah.
Tour. But like everybody kind of sees the underlying writing that they're propping her up to make a run.
Yeah. Yeah, with Uncle Bernie as the vice president. Kind of like what they did with Obama and Biden. So Bernie would end up being the person who actually is the president, like Biden was with Obama. But
unless they end up throwing her, oh, you're young enough, you can be Gavin Newsom's VP for 8 years, and then you can be president for 8 years.
Yeah. Gavin Newsom shoots them in the foot. He's not going to be able to be an effective candidate. He's done.
Oh no,
you can look at California.
They're going to try. They're going to try.
Fair enough. But again, he has done such a horrible job in California. An absolute horrendous job in California. There's no way that they're going to be able to spin it to him for him to be a viable candidate. So they're not going to waste their time on him too much. They might a little bit, but not too much. AOC is a viable candidate to them because she's young. She's vibrant. She's well-spoken. I don't believe she's a good speaker as far as, like, she just says a whole bunch of bullshit. But she's if you're going to compare her to Kamala Harris, she's way better of a speaker than Kamala Harris by far. She's actually more believable than Kamala Harris, which is insane. Because I mean, she's that stupid, so she actually believes what she's saying. So that's part of it. But yeah.
And she's more relatable to the morons, because she is one.
Yes.
Where, like, Harris, everybody knew she slept her way to the top, so it wasn't really relatable.
Right.
So,
agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. But holy smokes, I mean, we're already talking about 2028 as if it's right here on our doorstep, which it kind of is. But it's, wow. Are we really... Look, if you have anybody that they've put out there for the Republican side that might be the candidate for the Republicans destroys AOC and damn near anybody that comes across on the other side. This is definitely going to be the most optics run for presidency we've ever seen. This is going to be the most high school popular cool kid who has the ear of the most people presidency. Like from that junior high school popular vote of, your school president or, class president or whatever. That's what this is going to be.
And well, there's also been talk about her filling Chuck's seat.
Oh, Schumer?
Yeah.
Schumer?
So, I mean, who knows? They're trying to put her there somewhere. That's for sure.
Well, because she's got that social media platform that,
Yep.
So she's got that social media presence that will really, do her some favors, ultimately. But there again, this is why the only reason why she has the social media presence that she has is, again, like what I was talking with Ms. Bell about with the tech people. They fully control everything. Like, look, these people are wormed into our current administration. Lefty tech people claiming that they're conservative tech people for this administration.
Well, look at Zuckerberg. He's all in it now, and you've got Elon. I'm sorry, Elon is not a conservative.
No, he's a socialist.
Like, come on, guys. He's a socialist. Like, he believes that you guys are lessers and that you need universal income.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a lot of people that believe that, even on the right, though, too. Like, that's the problem. Whoa. Oh, that's loud. There's a microwave beeping. Holy smokes, that was really loud. Yeah, I agree. Well, Elon is definitely a breed of his own, but there's others like him out there that will definitely try to play it off as they're conservative, as Elon did. So, but I'm pretty sure part of the reason why Elon got ousted and why things went the way they did was he was starting to want some, certain things that had to do with his, and when you have him starting to push, you got to get rid of him at that point. He's got to go away. So, or else it goes bad, goes sideways at that point. So, I don't know. I really don't know, though. So, what's funny is once Elon went away, though, no one's talking about Doge.
Nope. And Doge is still making cuts.
Mm-hmm.
It's really funny.
Yep. And right now they're probably making the most cuts of all during this time. Yeah, 100%.
Well, that's like all the people that took the payout, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that now that they took the payout, they're gone, right? September was their last month.
Mm-hmm.
So now the Democrats are using those numbers as people that were fired instead of furloughed and all this bullshit. And since May, they haven't even had to do anything to get a paycheck. And now that their whatever, their severance package or whatever has expired, you're mad? I am sure these people have already found another job. And if they're good at if there's such a job in the private sector, at probably twice what the government was paying them. So what's the problem other than they don't know how to follow their job description?
Right.
But nobody wants to answer my questions.
Well, how many people are you dealing with that are even willing to interact with you on that level?
One.
I suppose that one is
reason,
me.
He opens this space every once in a while and says that I can use my big girl words.
You can, absolutely. I want some big girl words, unlike AOC here with the little girl words. So I want big woman words, not these little. Yeah. Anyways,
what's the requirements to run for Chuck Schumer's seat?
Well, you got to be in Congress.
Oh, I already have to be in Congress to run.
Well, yeah, he's a minority leader, isn't he? So you'd have to be in Congress. But you're talking about his Senate seat in New York?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you'd have to live in New York for.
Pretty. I like New York.
Oh, jeez. All right. Oh.
I mean, honestly, if I'm like Chuck, I just have a residence in New York and I live in D.C., right? Isn't that what I do?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, you could do that.
And Trump just made D.C. pretty and safe, so I should be fine.
Yeah, maybe. Well, yeah, you would be fine, except
and it's
right
constitutional carry.
So. Well, no. Well, yes and no. Like you'd have to talk with Ms. Bell about that. I don't know how that necessarily. Yeah. I don't think that you can actually carry on the grounds.
In my hair are Marjorie Taylor Greene and Laura, whatever fucking doofus there.
Yeah, they pulled up to the front steps and then they went in, but then they didn't do it again, as they got in trouble. So, yeah.
I think that's bullshit. Every single one of them should be carrying.
Yes, I agree, 100% agree.
Especially drunk ass Nancy, because maybe she'll eat it in the back. Trip on it, or I don't know.
The problem is you have to then deal with the Capitol Police, and right now, the Capitol Police seem to be in this whole realm of no firearms. So that there squashes everything for the time being. President Trump should just fix that, though. It should be an easy fix.
I think we just fire the Capitol Police. It should be really fucking simple.
Capitol Police, though, that's D.C. police. So unless you change the mayor and change the operations of the Capitol, then, that Trump can't even change the operations of the Capitol right now because of the mayor.
Right.
It's a weird thing where honestly I've always thought it should be the president is in control of the Capitol. I
always would have thought that the president would be like the mayor of DC while he's there.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean, because and I'm going to tell you why I don't know what you mean. Because if you're the president of the United States of America and the capital of the United States of America is where you reside and you're the president, there is no mayor. You are the president.
Right. Well,
so
that's what I mean.
You are the end-all, be-all of the District of Columbia. But they don't play that game. They have a mayor for the city of D.C., Washington, and which is complete
When did that
bullshit.
start? Because I don't think that's I think we can get away with that. Oh, so I was watching it was a clip of Trump today in some form of press conference, and because they're losing their shit about the Pentagon having special requirements now. They can't just like roam freely or whatever. So a bunch of people turned it, like 30 news outlets turned in their press passes because they refused to sign the new thing. And Trump was asked about it. He kind of squirreled, but he stayed on base, and he's like, well, back in the day, like, you got the press corps was not allowed into the White House. It was actually in a room in the building across the street. I should look into like setting that up again.
Right.
Fucking mic drop.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't handle the truth.
Respect my authority!
That was very efficient. You're fired.
There you go. They're all boom. You've moved in. You've taken over. And
that's the bottom line.
Yeah, there you go. I've damn near hit all of them at that point. Like, yeah, you're hitting a home run. Round the bases.
Right.
So touch them all.
Like,
yeah.
That would be hilarious. They show up there Monday, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no, you guys are back in the shithole across the street. Don't worry, we wiped out a few of the cobwebs." Oh.
Right. Yeah, I think that would be cool. I think a lot of things would be cool, but who knows where we're going to end up? Ms. Bell keeps saying trust the process, but hey, why don't you tell me what the damn process is? And then I might be able to trust it, maybe.
Right?
I don't know. I honestly, I just don't know at this point. Because again, like you heard what she said before she mysteriously just disappeared. She said, Elon and President Trump hear plenty of me. It's like, oh, okay, well, how? And why am I not just talking to them one-on-one? Because I get angsty because I'm not talking to them one-on-one or talking in a certain way. So I don't know who's listening, so I just talk shit. As everybody knows, I just talk, I get frustrated and I just start talking shit. So is that effective? Probably not. But, hey, that's just my personality. That's what I do. So how about engage with me, and then we can go from there. So, if you don't want to engage with me, then I'm definitely going to hammer on you.
Continue to talk shit.
Yeah. Well, and see, I actually don't even talk shit about the president or Elon, really. I really don't. It's the people that work for them I talk shit about. And we, like we were talking about Caroline earlier, trying to get Caroline to resign over telling the truth, which it becomes a nothing thing for us, right? It's like, oh, here they go again, trying to twist a narrative because she's just saying it like it is, but they don't like it. Well, how is that any different from what I do? I just say it like it is, and oh yeah, then you've got the basement dwellers out there that don't like it. Now I'm talking about, now I'm, which basement dwellers? Well, I didn't know that there were another type of basement dwellers than the type that I've talked about, but apparently there is another type that take offense to what I'm saying. So, I mean,
it doesn't matter how it makes you feel.
Yeah, I don't care how it makes you feel. Fuck off.
Is this the sugarcoating show?
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. That's what that was all about right there. What I just did. Did you miss that?
Right. I was just checking because, I mean, I don't know. I've only been listening to you for about 3 years, so maybe I'm just slow on the uptake. but I thought it was always like the raw truth, and maybe I just miss the sugarcoating episodes.
You didn't think? Okay. I thought you were thinking that I might start sugarcoating right now to make them.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Like, do like, am I missing those? Or are those like the afternoon shows? I tend not to show up for them.
No, look.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Okay, cool.
I forgot to hit that button for Ms. Bell earlier. That one was another one that I got for her.
That was absolutely perfect. Cause okay.
Is that better? Does that make you feel? Are we back on the right track?
We are, because I was starting to think that, like, I don't know, you grew a feeling while I was growing concussions. Like,
what?
I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. You are a smelly pirate hooker.
There. Are we back on track? I think I've righted the ship here.
Totally. Jesus.
Yeah.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
That's like one of my favorite ones. Go back to your home on Whore Island. Not calling you a whore, just saying that you live on Whore Island, which is that is like one of the best lines ever. I just love it. It's like, I didn't call you a whore. I just said you lived on Whore Island. Oh shoot, it's amazing. But yes, here we're back. We're back to the non-soft whatever you and what's crazy is I wasn't even being soft, but in comparison to what I usually am, I guess I guess you could define it that way.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, look,
after starting to wonder.
You missed my my rant yesterday about the basement dwelling dipshits. And
I did, but I've heard it so many times. So, I mean, I can pretty much.
Well, yesterday I said I would love to plunge my hand into one of their chests and rip out their still beating heart and take a bite from it while they watched as they slowly died.
Oh. Okay. Well,
so I wasn't like, and I wasn't furious when I was saying that. I was very calm, cool, and collected, very pointed. Because look, am I really going to do that? No. Would I like to? Maybe. But am I going to really do that, even if presented the opportunity? No, because it's disgusting, it's unsanitary, and quite frankly, I have to cook something like that before I eat it. Anyways,
I mean, it just takes too much energy.
Right. Too much. Just too much effort. But I have pinpointed now that, and I've known this for a while, but I thought that you could talk some sense into these people and maybe they'd come around, right? No. I have gotten to this point now where I really want people to understand the tech industry is the enemy. Not technology itself, it's not every single person in the industry, but it's a large majority. It's probably 85% of the people in the tech industry are socialist, communist type people. They are very Democrat, whether they tell you that or not. These people are the enemy of we the people. They are the enemy of the First Amendment. It bears fruit. The proof is in the pudding. Look at all social media platforms. Look at the censorship that they impose. Okay, they are the enemy to the United States Constitution. Most of these people don't believe in the Second Amendment. Most of these people don't believe in the Third or the Fourth. Definitely the Fourth. They don't believe in privacy because look at how they set things up. They do not believe in the Fifth. Okay, so you start looking at their belief system within this group. Scary stuff. The enemy within is real, and the enemy within has morphed into this thing that we don't know what side of the fence it's on at any given time. It's all encompassing. Because, you got your phones, you got your computers, you got your tablets, you've got your televisions that are smart televisions now. You've got
crazy.
Yeah, you've got all of this. They're monitoring what you're doing, what you're watching, what you're consuming. They're in there in the digital purchasing. They know what, when you use your card to buy something, they know what you're eating. They know what you're doing. They know what you're investing in. They know everything about you from the moment you wake up and plug in to the moment you go to sleep and clock out. So this is something that they have been they've been puppeteering everybody to a certain extent for an extremely long time. And the people are not waking up to it. And I am just saying, look, it's these tech people. They're the problem. Look, the tech people control mainstream media. They have been for a while. Who are the ones that operate mainstream media? It's the behind the scenes people. It's the people that are making it all work. You know, the producers, the production people, the people that plug it in to all the other platforms, where Fox News is now being shown on every single social media platform. CNN is being shown on every social media platform. Why does CNN get way more viewers on social media than they do on the television airways now? I wonder why. It's getting pushed out by the tech people within social media, within the internet. Tech people are a problem. They might be the biggest problem that we have to deal with ultimately. Yeah, we've got we've got the Muslims throughout the world right now that are making a push in Europe and in the UK. We've got the Muslims here in the United States that are making a stink. We've got all sorts of crazy stuff going on right now. But ultimately, it's the tech people who are the danger to the United States Constitution. They are the communists. They've been the communists. They've never not been. They're we're not communists. We're liberal. Well, what kind of liberal? Oh, you like social programs. Oh, communism, socialism. Oh, it's the same damn shit, ultimately. And that's what you want to do. You want to control the world with the social streaming community, the community, the white community. We don't like the white community. Fuck the white community. But all these other beautiful, glorious communities, the indigenous peoples community, the Catholic community, like all of these fucking bullshit communities. And they are, because we the people doesn't say we the community. We didn't declare community. Oh, we've declared community here. We fought. The Revolutionary War was here for community. No, they fled that bullshit. The Commonwealth, they fled that bullshit. And now look at what we have rearing its ugly head now in the online scene. It's insane. You got people that bend the knee, kiss the ring to each other, trying to get in good graces with other people that will maybe potentially lift them up higher and cash in and all the money that they can make doing something like what I'm doing right now. But they suck at it. They're not good at it. They don't have a mind that really thinks deeper. That all they're doing is kissing your ass and like, follow, and subscribe. Like, follow anybody that stops their cast to welcome someone into the chat. They'll stop full stop on whatever they were thinking to welcome someone into the chat and then remind people, hey, like, follow, and subscribe. They're fraudulent. They're fake as fuck. They're only about this, and they're only wanting to pander to maybe the person that could be a whale. I say hello to people that come into the chat that interact with me on another level, and people that don't get irritated that I haven't responded to them in a short period of time. And by the way, 1A Habit is having technical difficulties. She's been in, she's been out. She's had the little twin dual thing of her in and out. I'm gonna have to shut this down and start it back up. Not the cast, but the space, because apparently, did you have technical issues in this space? Yes, I had issues. Let's see here. We had that. We had that. We had that. And we had that. So there we go. Ta-da! All right, now let me restart this real quick. See if I can get 1A Habit back in here, because I know she always has beautiful thoughts and ideas about what I'm talking about right now. And, she's just good people to talk with. I love hearing her stance on stuff. All right. Here, we'll invite her back in and see if that works. There we go. I think I can. I just started. I ended and started a new live space over there on X. If you'd like to come and join in and use your voice, that would be fine and dandy. If not, then you can just listen too. This is one of those things where I hammer on the stupid. And I can't help myself. I like calling people out for their ignorance. I do, because the ignorance is what is the problem in this country right now. Ms. Bell echoes it over and over and over again. She says education, education, education. Hey, I'm not the smartest person on the planet, not even close. But at least I know what the Constitution is all about. At least I know what my independence is all about. At least I know what those liberties are all there for. I am an individual. I am not a lefty, and I am not a righty. And nor should any of you be. You should be an independent. You should declare your independence, and you should preserve, protect, and defend the United States Constitution. That is the superior thought. That is the superior place to be. Outside of that is inferior. 100%. If you're a Democrat, you're inferior just because you're a Democrat. End of story. You're picking a side. The Constitution doesn't have a side other than your liberties as an individual, an independent individual. If you're a Republican, you're inferior. You want to be superior? Be independent. Declare your independence. Declare your individuality. Declare your liberties. Preserve, protect, and defend them. If you want to be in the right place of history, like all these people, well, I'm leaving this party because I need to be in the right place of history, so I'm going to the Democrat side, or I'm leaving and I'm going to go to the Republican side because I just want to be on the right side of history here. Well, the only side of history that is correct is the United States Constitution. That's it. Declare your independence. Declare that independence and declare your individuality, and you will receive the liberty that comes with those personal responsibilities that you have been entrusted to govern on your own. That's it. Plain and simple. So when I look at the left and I look at the right, I just see two of the same thing, just wearing different colors. One's wearing blue, one's wearing red, but it's the same damn sweater. Same exact sweater, just different colors. You want to be unique in this day and age? Be an independent. Declare your independence. Hold the United States Constitution close to you. And don't pay attention to the fluff and stuff they added onto it. No. Get the Constitution that was put there after the Declaration of Independence. Get the original written Constitution for yourself. That's it. The original words. The original structure. That thing says nothing about color. It says nothing about age. It says nothing about any of that crap. Get it as written originally. Preserve it, protect it, defend it. Don't let anybody tell you anything other than that. That's the only place to be. If again, I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to say it a lot. If you're a Democrat, you are inferior by a lot. If you're Republican, you are inferior by a lot. It's not even close. It's not even close. If you want to have the superior ground, if you want to be superior in thought, intellect, if you want a superior great America, you have to be with the United States Constitution, because the United States Constitution is not blue and it is not red. It is red, white, and blue. It is the blue that is the blood within you before it ever hits oxygen. It is the red that is your blood when it is spilt. And it is the white of neutrality that the Constitution gives us all, with no governance above each one of you as your own king on your own property and in your own home. You could be Switzerland, or what used to be Switzerland. You can wave a white flag and stay the hell out of it and have zero imposition put upon you. You don't have to be taxed physically, mentally, or financially. That's what the Constitution's all about. People forget that. And we've got this stupid, pathetic tech war, psychological war, and physical war going, religious war. We got all this bullshit war that divides us as a species here in this country. Do I care about the other countries? Not really. Do I care about people? Yes. Do I care? But I don't. They're none of my concern. And based on the United States Constitution, I can give them their independence. They're independent. Those countries are on their own. They are individually independent of us. The Constitution grants them their liberties over there, so if they want to toss them down the tubes, boom. But right here in this homeland, this great nation that I live in, preserve, protect, and defend. Or do you want to end up like the UK? You want to end up like the rest of Europe? Where they have zero liberty? Zero freedom of speech? Zero privacy? Taxed? To death? What do you want here in the United States? I don't know. Oh, we got Ms. Bell is back somehow, some way. Her look at that. Somehow, some way, she is back. Figured we lost her to the tech gods.
No, I told you I had to leave real quick. I needed to take that call. Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, we didn't hear any of that because
calls,
the tech,
really?
Yeah, the tech gods were So I just restarted this space because
Oh no,
1A.
I honestly said, hey, I gotta take this call. I'll call right back. So
Oh, well,
we
didn't hear any of it.
Tech gods are at it again.
Well, I'm about had enough of the tech gods, so but that we will move away from that topic right now, unless you have something
what did I
good
miss,
to
Sermon?
add.
No.
You really didn't miss much. It was me and 1A talking about some of the things that were
I'm
popping
sorry
up
I missed her.
on X. And, well, she might be back. She was having technical difficulties as well. Like I said, I shut down the space and restarted the space. So I have no idea. So,
It's so frustrating. Something so simple shouldn't be. Anyway, let's go on to another topic.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. We've already pissed off your people enough. So, I mean, the transcript
My people.
The transcript will speak volumes. So, I'm really trying here, damn it. I'm really trying. I'm like
Sorry, darling. I'm sorry. Now I came in earlier. Wasn't just I'm getting myself ready to go out of town, and I thought I'd listen. I never get to hear at 1A, so I was anxious to get to hear and visit with her. So I don't know. I'm sorry I missed her.
Yeah, maybe next time you guys will be able to converse a little bit. So we were doing the X scroll a little bit. I popped up some stories. The last one we talked about was AOC with her little town hall and going on about how the toxic masculinity and this, that, and the other. It's like,
oh Lord,
yeah.
These women are crying for no reason, Lord.
Yeah. Well, the scary thing is she is a better suited candidate than what Kamala Harris was. They'll be able to.
Not really.
Well, okay. Now, reality of like just on paper, maybe not really, but here the reality of optics. She's younger. She's by far better looking. She is.
No, she is not.
She is well spoken than Kamala Harris. She's way better looking than Kamala.
No.
Oh yeah. By far. It's not even close.
No.
So
see her in person, you'll think it's different.
What are you trying to tell? Wait, hold on. Time out. Then stop for a second. I was going to go through a list, but now you've made this a point. Is she using filters?
Just telling you, but I know.
Is she using filters?
How the hell am I supposed to know? I'm just telling you what I know.
Either she looks similar to what we see on CNN or Fox or whatever news station that's putting her out.
She looks like I'm not going to be ugly here. I'm just telling you, she is not prettier than Kamala. Not that Kamala is beautiful or pretty even, but no, she's not better looking than Kamala. They're both dogs.
The truth is not ugly.
They're both dogs.
Okay, well, AOC is a better looking dog than Kamala. And AOC can actually speak better than Kamala. So, now, though I think they're both idiots, at least AOC has something to work with when it comes to
my God, she does
game.
Not.
Yes, she does.
Oh my God.
Hold on a second.
My God.
If you could are you okay? You must not understand where I'm coming from here.
Oh, I know where you're coming from. Okay. You're not listening to me as a woman. I'm telling you, both of them are freaking losers and don't even need to be considered even having those words out of your mouth. Just be done with those losers. Lord, I hate bad women. I hate bad women. I hate bad women.
God,
I don't want to waste my time on you.
I am exploring what the Democrat Party is going to think that they can do with her.
They can't do shit.
I think they have a better shot with her at doing anything than they do with Kamala or flipping Gavin Newsom. And I think that's why they've hitched her wagon to Bernie, because all the Bernie bros will do whatever the hell Comrade Bernie will tell them to do. Uncle Bernie, Grandpa Bernie,
still not gonna take over. They're not gonna get it.
Well, I know I realize that it doesn't matter who they throw out there. Whoever the Republican Party puts out there.
The truth be known, it's a we with you.
Well,
the truth be known. The truth be known now, guys. Everybody listening? He's a closet Democrat.
Wait, what? Wait a minute. Did you just misunderstand what I said? I said whoever we put out there against them, the Democrats. I was hitching my wagon to because I. Oh, go ahead. Look at the transcript. Go ahead. Go back and look at rifle through what I was just
I
saying.
won't see you until next week.
All right, and then you'll look the fool. So it won't be the first time. So anyway, so there we go. What I'm trying to say is that's the Democrats' only actual viable hope in any way is to hitch her to Bernie to then play this game that they're going to try and play. Gavin Newsom has burnt everything, not only the state, but he's burnt everything that he's trying to do. He looks really bad on every front. This whole Glock thing that he did, signing Glock, the sales of Glocks are now not any longer in California.
And do you see
It's
not
illegal.
one person, not one has filed a lawsuit against him for taking away that right? Not one.
Why?
Nobody's suing him.
Why?
Because they're fucking cowards. I don't know. You tell
It's
me.
an unconstitutional thing that he did there. It makes him treasonous.
Mhm.
100. He went 100%.
And not one person
against.
is defending. Not one person is defending their right for that.
There
So I
has
don't
to
feel
be.
sorry for 'em. Well, go find it and let me know, because I sure don't find it.
Well, I'm saying there has to be somebody that's willing to fight against that, or do they just think that the courts of California are so corrupt that they'd never have a chance? Which then isn't that what the Supreme Court's all about? Take it to the Supreme Court and fight there? I don't know. Maybe I'm. Anyways.
In theory.
Well, yeah. So then you're going to make the argument the Supreme Court's corrupt as well, which I will hear that and actually probably side with that as well. So to what level, I don't know, but it's obviously a certain level.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely, I agree with that.
I don't know how you fix that though. I mean, I kind of do, but everybody shies away from my thoughts and ideas on how to fix this shit.
Nobody asked me either.
Like, wait, what did he say about how to fix it? Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, we can't do that. What do you mean we can't do that? It's constitutional. They're the ones that are unconstitutional. I don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with crowd control. Make sure the masses don't have a riot, create a mob mentality. I don't know. Maybe that's part of it. It's like the No Kings thing. I'm sure that has been a topic of conversation this week for you and other people in and around your area. So this thing is kind of a disaster again. I think it's going to be bigger than the last time, and I think it's going to be worse as far as just more nonsensical bullshit because they don't understand what the hell they're protesting. You know. And you hear all the Democrats saying, "Well, where's the Republicans? We want to strike a deal. We need to get government. We got this health crisis going on." They're but then this might be one of the first government shutdowns that I haven't really seen a lot of protesting that the government's shut down, which should tell people something. And then they're organizing a No Kings rally this weekend. That are they even going to protest the shutdown in that same time? Probably not. So what do they really care about? Just running amok and causing problems? Yup. True mob mentality. Emotional control. So hopefully the president has a blockade around the White House for this weekend. And not your typical blockade, just a noise barrier so he doesn't have to hear the stupid people. And be like, hey,
is Lewinsky? Lewinsky. Listen to me.
Lewinsky?
I'm tired. I am tired. I know. I thought that's what he was doing tomorrow. But maybe I don't know. I'm not at work, so I don't have to worry about it for a few days. So.
Wait. Who are we talking? You said Lewinsky. So Zelensky or
Zelensky
or
yes.
Lewinsky? Who are we doing? Who are we dealing with?
Zelensky.
Okay, so what is he supposed to be doing tomorrow?
Show up. He's supposed to be visiting with Trump. Is that not right?
I don't know. I can look that up.
Would you? Because I think it was tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Because I know he agreed to meet with Putin, right?
I don't know.
forgot where, over in Brussels, or I forgot where. Shoot. I don't know. That's not what I've been dealing with this week. So. Thank goodness.
With Trump here in the States? Or?
I don't know, sweetie. I didn't keep up with it
Well,
this
you're the
week.
one
I've
that
been
said
assigned to other things. I know. I thought that's what was going on tomorrow.
Okay, hold on. The White House in Washington, D.C. The meeting between Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and U.S. President Donald Trump took place at the White House in D.C. Oh, wait, that was... Okay, but where...
Same thing for tomorrow?
Oh, wait, no, it says Ukraine's Zelensky to meet with Trump at the White House on Friday. That was 3 days ago. So, okay.
Is it still a go?
It doesn't. I'm not seeing anything that says any different. Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, like I said, I haven't been attended to those things this week. I've been assigned other things.
So okay. So I have to sidebar here.
Okay.
The Zelensky. I love that because that's exactly how Ukraine got to the position they're in. Volodymyr came over to the United States while Biden was in the Oval Office, and Volodymyr got underneath the desk there. Did a Zelensky. I love this. This is fantastic. Now we know why Ukraine. No, this is why Ukraine was getting all this money. Volodymyr was doing a little Zelensky under the under the desk. You heard it here, folks. Breaking news from Ms. Bell. I wonder if Volodymyr played with a cigar too. Just wondering. Maybe it was an ice cream cone.
I have to really pay attention when I have a conversation with you. Too many things going on in my life. So.
1A says Z is coming to ask for Miss Lies. What? 1A, come back in. If you're over on X, come back in. I shut it down and I started it back up, and it's working better. Miss Bell's finding more luck this time, and then you can actually talk to Miss Bell, and I'll just shut up for a while.
It's called Sex Panther by Odeon.
Figure I'd do a commercial break real quick there. Uh-oh. We're 1A.
I'm here. I'm just making me a snack.
I'm waiting for 1A's in the X chat, and I can't. Yeah, she had said tomorrow, Friday as well. She was trying to answer. I'm just trying to get her to come back in here and use her big girl voice. So. You're making a snack for tomorrow? Well,
no, I talk to you.
What?
This is usually when I'm getting up. This is when I'm usually getting up making my breakfast. But since I'm not going into work, I'm making me a snack because I'm leaving here in a few hours.
Right.
I figure I get something to eat.
Okay. Are you going to be Volodymyr's arm candy tomorrow? Is that what's going on here? Wait, what?
I won't be here tomorrow. I'll be gone in a few hours. I'm out of here. Peace out. Woohoo! Party.
Florida, Texas, Colorado. Still in the United States.
A nice place.
A nice place.
A nice place, yeah.
Oh. You going overseas to go see a boy that broke your heart that now wants a booty
but
call?
He's come to me. Thank you. No.
Oh, you're pathetic. Oh man,
How's
you're
that pathetic?
No, this is pathetic. Oh no, I'm calling you out. Pathetic. That's all. I'm gonna leave it right there because everything else just stays between you and me. But no, you're pathetic. This is pathetic. Wow. Oh, all right.
What am I pathetic about?
I'm not gonna get into it with you right now. We can't talk about it here. Interesting.
What the hell are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm not dealing with that guy. He came to me. Remember I told you.
Well, that's what women
I'm
are
not
supposed
saying
to do.
him.
You're supposed to make those guys come to you. Duh. It's a woman's job. Make us come, baby.
No, I told you. He had his shot. Bye-bye.
Oh, so this is a different one.
Absolutely.
You didn't specify that when you said no. So okay, so this is a boy. Okay, so Ms. Bell, everybody is.
It's called Sex Panther by Odeon.
No, it's a personal trip.
Well, again.
It's called Sex Panther by Odeon.
Stinker? No.
Hey, you said personal, and I'm saying that is personal. Little Sex
Not
Panther
that kind
there.
of personal.
Yeah?
No.
No?
No. Oh, there's 1A. Hello, darling.
Hello, Ms. Habit.
Hello. Am I hearable?
You are loud and clear. Thank you for coming back and using your big girl voice. Appreciate that.
You could take a lesson from that speaker. Use a big girl's voice. Come on, speak. Let's hear it.
Wow. You know what? You know what?
Cut me some slack, Jack. Jive ass dude don't got no brains anyhow. Just hang loose, blood.
There, I used my big girl voice. Oh, wait, hold on.
Very.
How dare you?
There.
I do so dare. Yes. And good for you. You actually learned to use that girl's voice. All the power to us. All the power to us.
All right, so 1A, do you know for sure then that it's tomorrow?
So is it? Oh, yeah, he's coming tomorrow to beg for the ability to get some missiles. Now
No, that's not going to happen.
That's what he thinks is going to happen. Is he's going to get some missiles, and then I think it's Sunday. Trump is traveling to Brussels to meet with
same as Brussels.
Putin.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, neither one of you are the president, though, so maybe President Trump will give him missiles tomorrow. So I don't know why you're answering for President Trump already. I think you're a little out of bounds there. You don't know. Maybe, maybe Zelensky will do a little Zelensky.
100% out of bounds here on saying that, but if he does, Trump, don't
You're
do that.
fired.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be fucking firing his ass.
You're going to use President Trump's own firing against him, huh? Yeah.
Oh, I totally would. I totally fucking would.
Actually, that would be classic. That would be great. Trump,
You're fired.
using your own voice against you. No, he's not fired right now. I don't think he will. But I don't know. Why would he even? Here's my question to either one of you. Well, to both of you. Both of you can answer it because you'll both have a different thought process probably. Why would you allow Zelensky to come to the White House after the last debacle and knowing he's probably going to beg for money or missiles or whatever the hell else he thinks he needs? Why would you even allow that to happen?
I don't know if I can give the answer that I'm supposed to give.
Wait, what do you mean supposed to give? Do you have a script in front of you right now that you're like, okay, if he asks this, this is what you have to say? What?
No, like my brain's giving me an answer and I just feel like I should not listen to that. Disappearing flights, I don't know, air traffic control agents ease it down. Like can,
you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to say
okay.
that shit. What are you doing?
No, can he like just disappear? Like send him to Epstein Island. I don't know. Give Ukraine a real president. Like they wanted elections. They haven't had elections in how many years? And we're fighting for their fucking democracy? And yet We don't even know what democracy is here because we're a Republican.
Yep, we are a republic for sure.
So, like, okay, I don't know. Send him to Canada. Like, I don't know. Send his plane to some place where it just, like, disappears. Long enough for us to find somebody to, like, Ukraine actually wants.
All right. So, Ms. Bell, do you want to add anything here to this?
Well, I personally think that, and I state this, and it's been well known, that he's given way too much access to this individual. He doesn't deserve it. I have nothing nice to say about this. It's time to be over with, or just let him duke it out. That's how I am.
Without our supplies.
Exactly. Ukraine has done pretty good, to be honest with you, to MacGyver the things. It's some pretty impressive stuff they've done with what they have. But they definitely need more help to sustain some attacks that would come off of Russia. So I don't blame them for coming and asking again for some more assistance. However, that enough is enough. The Bidens gave enough. If they misused it, which they have, then that's on them, and they need to figure this out. Be your own country. Quit begging for help. You caused this, you can fix it. It's just a pony show as far as I'm concerned. He should not be allowed back over. After the last time, be done. Tries any. Think about it. Everywhere he's shown up with Trump. Without the outside the states, he's grabbed that camera and made it appear that he's in talks with Trump. Yes, there's talks with Trump. We all know this behind the scenes or whatnot. You can settle this without him coming to the White House. I just think it's a bad move, but that's just me. I'm not the one who plays this game. I'm not the one a part of it. So for what 2 cents that is, that's what it is.
Okay.
I wouldn't do it, but that's just me.
Well, do we have people that have come to their senses with this whole thing, where we've finally realized what got me booted off of the Russian social media platform of Trovo? Has anybody else put this together like I did months ago when I got booted off of that platform? The fact that Ukraine is just Russian operating. It never wasn't Russia. This is all just a ruse. The whole thing's been a ruse. Have they figured this out yet? Or have they not? Because this is absurd. This pony show that you're alluding to is one hell of a pony show. I agree. It's all a fraud. And to continue to allow this to play out in this fashion is bullshit. Because I've said the whole time, Russia should just I'm on Russia's side with this whole thing. 100%. I've been there since day one. Screw Ukraine. But then I started doing the math on why is this continuing? Why is it the way it is? Oh, it's because Ukraine was just a false nation. Russia took the opportunity to set this up when the rest of the states were leaving the USSR. Ukraine has been a Russian asset, been controlled by Russia this whole damn time for the most part. So they can operate in a different manner around the world. As soon as I said that a while back, I got booted off of Trovo immediately. And it's like, well, why would you boot me? What I'm saying is basically you pulled one over on the world. You've pulled one over on all of us. We were giving money and weapons to Russia through Ukraine. And Russia and Ukraine, whatever, they were just pretending to fight over it. None of the crap that's happened over there is real. I don't believe that there's been millions of people that have died. I find that's bullshit. Don't care what the president says when it goes, I've seen satellite imagery. Yeah, they can give you false satellite imagery. Trust me, that's a real deal. They can lie to the president. They've done it before. It's not like they wouldn't do it again. And maybe he knows, and he's just playing along for whatever reason. Again, I have to trust the process. I wish I had a button for that. Trust the process. Boom. But again, I see through this crap. It's all bullshit. The whole thing's been bullshit. And I wish we could out it so I could then go rub it in everybody's face that was flying Ukrainian flags here in the United States of America. I don't have a problem with the Ukrainian people or the Russian people. Neither groups of people are bad people to me as far as the citizenry. It's the damn governments that seem to have an issue. Just like here in our country, we've dealt with the darn crazies that have been running our government for how many decades? Damn near my whole life. It's been a shell game. We grab onto a few people that made sense and seemed to be for we the people. We've got one as president that is seeming to be for the people, we the people. President Trump, great president for sure. But there's a lot of swamp monsters still in play. This whole Ukraine business is a swamp monster business. You think about the stuff that's been going on over there. You know, how do we go from this is the worst country on the planet to, oh, we need to protect this country? It's like, oh, we know it's a horrible country or a horrible entity. If I'm right, it's just an arm of Russia, and it always has been. And I'm pretty positive it's exactly that. So the arm of Russia is the most evil entity on the planet. Now, why would we be supporting? Why would we be playing into this? Why would we all of a sudden want to support the most evil country on the planet that was defined as that by many people over the last, 10 plus years? Huh. Interesting. What a crappy thing, though. So Zelensky just needs to go bye-bye. Either in the way of Ms. 1A Habit's idea here or in the way of, Ms. Bell's idea as well. Just run along, little boy. Stay out of our country. I don't know how. Look, there is no other reason for me to have been booted off of Trovo, by the way, than for me to be 100% right about that. Why would they boot me? They booted me, that cast that I put out. That they booted me for that, for making those statements. So why again? I think maybe I was a little close to the target, maybe. A little too close? Anyways. All right, ladies, go ahead. I'm going to shut up now. Uh-oh. Did I lose the ladies?
I'm here. I'm just eating a snack. I was listening to you ramble.
Rambling and babbling, little blabbering, whatever. Sorry. I apologize. Whatever.
Only you.
Here we go. Hold on.
Good song, Ozzy Osbourne. Come and ride a train.
That's right.
I was dancing.
I'm trying to get you all set up, so you're welcome. Whoever she's coming to visit, I've got her moving her hips already. She's getting limber, getting ready for you.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, I pulled that audio for you too. By the way,
that's a good show.
Yeah. Here, I got to play this for that gentleman.
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
You're so bad. It's so bad. If you only knew. If you only knew how bad that was.
How? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? How is that bad? What do you mean if I only knew how bad that was? What's that supposed to mean? Come on now. I don't find a hugging and a kissing bad, not one bit. I don't know why that's bad. Enlighten me, educate me, Mrs. Robinson. Teach me.
I'm keeping my mouth shut. I'll just let you play it.
We're not worthy! We're scum! We suck!
Do I make you Randy?
Soundboard. Take it away. Take it away from him.
You said you like the dang soundboard. What
I
the heck?
know. I know. I know. When you play good shit.
Okay, see, hold on a second here. Talk that poop about my soundboard. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm going to punch you in the ovary.
Have it?
What's that?
Did we lose 1A?
No, she's here. She's just staying quiet. Either that or she fell asleep. I think. Hello, Earth to 1A Habit. Earth to 1A Habit. Are you still with us?
Bless her heart.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen to you tomorrow.
Hey, tell me about.
I'm going to punch you in the ovary.
Tell me about the game. I missed it.
Which one? Which one? Which game?
Brewers.
So the Brewers.
Did you watch it?
Oh
yeah.
You? Yeah, I watched. Okay. I watched the game. The Brewers gave up a triple in the top of the first batter was Shohei Ohtani, and he hit a triple. And then the very next batter drove him in. So they were on a roll, but then the pitcher was able to get out of the jam with a little help. And so the Dodgers came away with 1 run in that first inning. The next inning, well, the bottom or no, excuse me. Yeah, the next inning. So the top of the next inning, the Brewers were able to tie it. So it was 1-1. And it was pretty good pitching duel there for a while. And then what was it? I want to say the 6th inning. The Dodgers got 2 more runs and were able to just play great defense, stellar defense. The Brewers just were not able to get any more runs across. So it ended up being 3-1. So it's 3 games to 0. Dodgers are 1 game away from going to the World Series.
Boy, aren't they? My goodness.
Well, and tomorrow, Shohei Ohtani is pitching.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
He's going to be game 4. So, and he's a good pitcher. So, and the Mariners blew another game at home. So the series is tied 2-2 with the Blue Jays. So the Mariners lost again 8-2. So I didn't watch that game in its entirety.
I'm actually rooting for them because you live there, and I'm thinking, oh, I know somebody up there. He's a decent guy. They're going to be a decent team. Oh my God, they're making me lose.
I'm an Atlanta Braves fan, and then a Minnesota Twins fan, and then a Dodgers fan. I'm like, you don't have to root for the Mariners. I'm only rooting for them because I want an all West Coast World Series. And the Mariners have never been to a World Series. In fact, here's a little nugget of history. The Brewers originally were the Seattle Pilots. And then they moved the franchise to Milwaukee. And then the Mariners came into existence shortly after to replace the Seattle Pilots. Mariners have been to one World Series, where the Mariners have not yet. So let's see, the Mariners have been in existence for 48 years. So they're the only team in baseball that's never been to a World Series. And then the Brewers have the second longest drought from beginning the series, 43 years. So they were newly in Milwaukee when they ended up going to the series. Just out of Seattle. How funny is that? Seattle loses the Supersonics to Oklahoma City, and what happens when the Oklahoma City Thunder then become?
Why would you want to go to Oklahoma?
That whole debacle. Somebody should have paid a serious price for that because they lied to the city of Seattle. They lied to the people, and they basically. It was basically how it went down when what was it when the Baltimore team moved to Cleveland originally during the night, under the cover of night. They moved the team and didn't tell anybody. It was kind of one of those things where the Brooklyn Dodgers, too, also then went to L.A. Like, historically, you've had team owners just decide to pack up their franchise and go somewhere else without telling the fan base. It's insane. And then they end up doing better where they go for one reason or another. I'm not quite sure. But it's like, people forget the Los Angeles Lakers originally were in Minnesota. That's why they were called the Lakers. It's the state of 10,000 lakes is in the state of Minnesota, people. That's why they're called the Lakers. I'm not a basketball
fan anyway, so.
Right, I'm just, franchise stuff, franchise history, whether it's baseball, basketball, or football, or even hockey. Hockey, you got your Dallas Stars
hockey
from Minnesota, by the way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Stole them.
Stole them. Well, we've done how good with it too. Wow, that was about not such a good deal, wasn't it? I root for our teams. I root for any Texas team regardless. I mean, look at me. I root my Cowboys, and they're the worst team ever. My gosh. But
are we changing the name yet to Cowgirls? Can we change them to Cowgirls?
At least they're the cowgirl, the cheerleaders.
Well, hello.
They're good.
Yes, they are.
Good.
At least you got something good to look at that stadium.
Right? You got to have something. I guarantee you, that's what pulls in the crowd is the cheerleaders. It's not the football team.
You've got to be kidding me. Seriously, you think there's a lot of people that show up just for the cheerleaders?
You make a bet?
I'm not going to make a bet. No, because you'll rig it one way or another. So,
sweetie, I know people show up for those girls.
Buying a ticket for the cheerleaders and not the football game. That's insane. That's saying something. Wow.
I think so.
That is.
I've been going for many years, and I'm like, this is not worth. And every year it just goes up. Every year just goes up, and I'm like, why do I even pay for this stuff? So, only thing worth watching is the routines. Of course, it's always the same damn routine. I'm like, different girls, different, not much of a change in the routine.
Right.
But they're really, I love their precision. They work hard at it. I'll be honest with you. So I'm proud for them. So.
Yeah. No, I mean that's good. The cheerleaders are awesome. Need to have the cheerleaders. Have
you noticed the other cheerleaders though from the other teams? They're not together like them, and it's like what a shame because it should be a huge competition as well. So, but it's not. But they put in a lot of time and money into that to the girls.
Mm-hmm. Well, they do photo shoots, they do calendars, they do a whole bunch of other stuff as well, which is cool.
Pretty charitable things.
Yeah,
they do stuff all year round. It's not just during the season.
Yeah, I've just recently come down with an ailment that will end my life in 6 months. My make-a-wish is to have the Cowboys cheerleaders come and make me feel better for a night. There you go. How's that for charitable?
There you go.
My ailment's insanity, by the way, and that will take my life in 6 months, probably. The insanity. I don't know. You would know. You're a doctor, right?
I know a thing or two. You'll be all right. You're fine.
You think I'll survive?
Yeah, I think you'll be fine.
All right. Well, I'm starting to wonder.
You're too stubborn. You're too stubborn not to.
Right. Oh, listen, Ms. Bell's saying I'm too stubborn to die. Everybody's wanting me to die. Everybody's wishing me to die, but I'm too damn stubborn to die. That's exactly what she's saying right now. Wow.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Too damn stubborn.
Make it a them problem, right?
Isn't not a them problem every time when you're just speaking freely. You might not be right. You might have a differing opinion, but is it really you trying to go out of your way to offend people? No, it's just you sharing your thoughts and ideas. Tough shit. If it upsets you, that's a you problem for sure. I agree with that. You know, I've said that since probably day one since you've met me. No, people get upset with me. It's like, it's not my problem. That's your problem. Figure it out. That's the essence of freedom of speech.
Right.
It really is. If 1A Habit was awake, maybe we could figure something out that works for all three of us to do this constitutional conversation where you want to, maybe talk about the First Amendment and really have a good conversation about it and break it down for people. But she's snoring right now, which is fine. So she needs her sleep. So we'll get it figured out. I enjoy that conversation. Maybe shy away from it, but I don't know.
Many of them have not read it. I mean, seriously, many Americans have not read it. You'd be surprised what you don't get taught in this public schools anymore. I am flabbergasted. So I thought, man, but it's just an idea. Just an idea.
Well, it's a good idea. I've been saying it for...
Well, they don't teach your civil duties either in schools, and they haven't in decades. And I'm like, well, okay.
Is that not a serious infraction of sorts? I mean, I guess you could define it as an infraction. Like, if you're going to have a educational system that is supported by we the people, and we the people, sign off on it, shouldn't it be kind of like, I think, what it once was, where you're really focusing on your duties as a citizen, like you say, your duties based on the United States Constitution, those what I would consider simplistic
yeah, but you're talking
classes.
as if it used to be how the system is set up, and in theory, yes. Yeah. But that's not how it's done now. It's been
right. So somebody then is liable for that, right? Like they perpetrated an act that would be, well, it's a nefarious.
School districts are responsible for that because they're the ones that approve the curriculum. They're the ones that need to be held accountable. But when you see people throw the fit and do their civil duty and make them do it, nope.
I did. When my kids were in school, I was in I know I've told you this 1,000 times probably. I was in the principal's office more as a parent than I was as a kid. And that is saying something, because I was in the principal's office a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
So,
me too.
having great debates with teachers and principals at a young age didn't get me very far. Yeah. Anyways.
That's a shame, because that should be welcoming to me.
Yeah, but when you rub shit in a teacher's face when you're in 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, and then in high school, and you gloat and dance on the death of their idea, because I found it exhilarating to make teachers look stupid in front of other people. I really did. And that does not make you any friends. And honestly, I found it fun when I was a parent, too, when I'd go into the school and start hammering on people for their fucking stupidity. It's like, hey, you guys got one job. Just do your one job. Keep politics out of your fucking mouth in front of the students. Just stop it. You don't have to tie the curriculum into politics. Just teach math. Just teach English. Just teach history. And science? Teach the actual science. Don't teach some bullshit global warming, climate change crap. Like, teach actual science and teach the scientific method, for crying out loud, because you guys aren't teaching any of that shit. Again, no critical thinking. So, as you know, that's the battle that I waged, the war I waged, I should say. But there weren't a lot of other people waging that same war. I was one of very few people that were willing to go have it out with the principal or the teaching staff. Maybe
I took care of it, so I didn't have to worry about it.
I was just going to say, maybe I should have been a homeschool teacher like you were, but I would not have survived that way either, so whatever.
I don't know. You'd be surprised. It's not for everybody, but if you really care about your kids' education, you're going to do what you got to do. And that's how I told you. I was very few things I've just let get by. And one thing I was not going to be responsible for is the kiddos, the lack of education. Like, you know what? I got one shot with them, and that's why I did what I did. There's many reasons I did what I did, but you can't blame me. You can't blame my school district because my school district did very well.
Right.
I was having to talk to that administrator. Let me put that hat on and let's talk about this.
Right.
And I really did. I would ask the kids every year before a new year started, kind of thing, if they wanted to go be in the public school, be with their friends or whatnot. And they always came back and said no. They actually learned more at home. Obviously, they got a bit of freedom, really, to be honest with you. They didn't waste 8-10 hours a day around other people that were not educated. I'm sorry, they just were not. They were just on a different playing field. Now, they played with other kids that were homeschooled, obviously, and did the sports because we have our own little leagues and stuff. And so they were around other kids, obviously, but it is a different mindset completely.
Yep. Yes, it is.
I'm glad I did it, to be honest with you. So I see the results. And it's amazing how when you get rid of that garbage and you actually just let them learn for themselves the subject that they're interested in, where they're weak, you help guide them to be better. And they ended up their weakness not really being so weak. It was just needing the time to actually learn the material at their pace, at their ability, not whenever they set for one individual class or whatever. And they would also, like with the last set of kiddos, they wanted to split the twins up. My girls were like, "Oh heck no!"
Right.
They didn't want that. Some kids don't mind. Some twins don't mind. Some don't want it. And I thought, I just didn't see the point. There's so many reasons. And of course, where I was living with the kids, definitely didn't want them involved in that mindset either. So, got them out of West Texas very quickly.
Oh, but it's such a wonderful place, though.
For some things, sure. For some things, that's all I could say.
Oh, Texas.
It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody.
Right.
Well, that's why the cities are so overgrown, and there have been people that have moved out to these little areas and have a really rough time with the culture out there. Because, as you very well know, it is not easy. We're not very giving or acceptance.
Yeah, you gotta earn that trust within that region. The locals, they've got thick skin, and that wall is 20 feet high, and that's the short end of the wall. So
Right.
that's like you start
Well,
going
don't
out
be
there to
fooled.
those rural areas. It's a whole different ball game.
I was going to say, don't be fooled that even though they're nice to you, there's not stuff going on behind the original.
Yeah, they've 100%. There's a difference. See, I haven't been a daily local for the last 20 so years of my home county, but I can go back there and it'll be exactly like I never left it. And people that have been there while I've been gone, I'll be more trusted and I'll be more listened to than they ever will be there, because I was born and raised there. It's just a dynamic people. But city folk don't understand the country life, because what you've experienced there, it's the same thing over here in small town life. Really isn't that much different across the country. There you have your regional differences and whatnot, but like the psychological dynamics that we're talking about right now, they're pretty damn close. They're pretty damn, and for good reason. It protects them from outside. But, like you said, they won't trust. It's like, well, even the longtime locals that have been there their entire, so
Exactly.
it's just a thing. It's just a thing. What's sad about my home county is the longtime local families that were there for over 100 years. If my brother wasn't living in the county right now, we would only have maybe 200-plus-year-old families left in that county. They've all died off, and their kids have moved away out of the county. So it's not
happens.
even. It's not even the same, really. It's crazy.
I was talking to some individuals yesterday or the day before, I guess it was the day before, and they were saying their folks were moving down to such and such area of Texas, and I just looked at them going, oh, you don't even know what you're sending your parents to. I just kind of kept my mouth shut, and they asked a few questions about it. I was like, yeah, I got family there, and and whatnot. Long story short, I basically just told them, I said, they're thinking what it used to be. And so you send elderly people or retired individuals to this little community. And it is a community. I'm just going to call it what it is, because it's no longer a small town. It is. They're thinking they're sending their parents to what it used to be, which was an old German town. And those German families are gone. The kids have gone. And it is a lot of illegals that have moved into this area, and a lot of individuals like Minnesota and areas have moved down to this area. And this little town of, say, 12,000 is well over to, looking into 40,000 already within like 5 years, and it's still growing. It is so hurting. Yeah, it's hurting. It is hurting desperately. And I don't, people are living.
Are they not aware of what they're sending their parents to? How do you?
I'm just telling you what I know, from what I've been told. My conversation.
Don't recognize it.
Nope. So, but what they're doing is because they can't meet the housing need that these families, individuals, retired couples really are moving into the surrounding towns until the homes are available and built up in this town. It's incredible. It's not that grand of a place to live. And so a lot of us are just kind of like, I am selling my stuff. Y'all can have it, because it's only going to get worse. Yeah. So a lot of us are selling out because they don't care to do anything about it. They're fine with overgrowth. You don't have the schools for these young families now. So all the retired, because it seriously was a retirement town of just elderly. You could tell people move so slow. It's just such a sad state of affairs. So. It's a shame.
All over the place.
Well, I mean, I know you gotta have, things have to grow, obviously, but not so fast that you can't keep up with it. But people put themselves in horrible places in this town just so they can say they live here. Like, why? It's not that good as, I just have a different perspective on life than obviously people do, but I just wouldn't want to live in a town that's exploding. And now it had all mom and pop shops. No credit cards. You paid cash. All those stores are gone.
Oh yeah, of course.
And all the funness to this town is gone. What people were drawn to this town is gone. And I thought, for what? For the almighty dollar and have restaurants that are horrible food and they have a lot more problems. It's just awful.
But that's what we're fighting, not just here in the States, but worldwide. People are migrating to specific areas, cities, and leaving the country behind. And what they find as country that might be a place like what you're talking about, where they've decided, all right, there's only 12,000 people here. Well, look at the land, look at the location. We're going to have another 30,000 people just plop in here in the next 5 years, because this is a great location for a bigger, sprawling city, or whatever they're, whoever's planning this, because there is some planning that goes into this by someone, somewhere.
And the developers have just
Yep.
destroyed all the trees. This is part of the hill country, and it is just, it is no longer beautiful. At least, I guess, because I saw it and knew it to be nothing but beautiful trees. 100-year-old trees that are just demolished for what? So some idiot can come in and build a crappy house that we can have to be forced to look at their garbage? No.
Yeah. This is why,
No.
like that trip that Aaron and I took the other weekend, man, it really solidified what I had been thinking for a while, where we're going to get a place on the coast when we're able to. Whenever the dear Lord provides us the finances to be able to do it, we're getting a place on the coast that is far away from everyone else. We're not moving towards the city. We're moving away. We're not moving towards people. We're moving away. And because we like the small town atmosphere, and where we were looking, where we were at, all small stuff. And it's not going to get bigger because of what, like you were saying, people will move somewhere, and because of the climate, or because it's just too, they can't handle it, and then they leave. That's the West Coast line. You have to have a certain mentality to be able to survive living on the coastline. A lot of people move. Oh yeah, this is gonna be amazing. They'll build these gorgeous homes. Yeah, this is for our forever home. They'll be there 6 months to a year, and they're like, screw this. It's too wet. It's too windy. It's too miserable. And I'm like, this is beautiful, because it is beautiful. Those days where we get the sunshine, and we get a lot more of them than people think. Get those days, it makes it all worth it. And then, to me, I don't know, you might actually appreciate this. To me, I love a good rainy day as well. There's something about the rainfall that is cleansing. It's peaceful. I love it. And maybe that's just the Pacific Northwesterner in me that appreciates the rain. Guys, I'll tell you, I did not appreciate it when I was younger, growing up in it and not understanding the other parts of the country and the world. I had to move to Nevada and the first 6 months there, I didn't see any rain. And I'm like, oh, shit, I kind of missed the rain. It's being there for 5 years. I think it rained maybe 6 times in 5 years where I was at.
And now it just rains all the time in Vegas. It seems like it rains a lot.
Yeah.
I am being out here on the East Coast. The weather is extremely different. Obviously, it's been an adjustment. I still rather have the dry My idea is the dry air, so I would take Vegas. I think things are beautiful, and I know where you are located is most beautiful, but it would not be for me personally. I'm not a coastal person. I live too close to the water as it is here in DC.
Right.
Like, no more. I'm ready for this humidity to leave. I just like the dry air. I'm not an Arizona fan. I mean, I like the temperature and the heat. I love heat,
You don't
but
like
not the humidity.
You don't like the high desert, then, because high desert, like Arizona, is mostly high desert. That's dry. That's hot and dry.
No, I said I like it. I wouldn't live in Arizona, but I like the heat and the temperature of Arizona. I just wouldn't be caught dead and living in the state of Arizona.
Oh, gotcha.
Is what I was meaning.
Yeah,
Excuse
because
me.
Arizona, Nevada, and where I'm at in Central Oregon, well, all of Central Oregon, it's all high desert and it's all that dry. Here in Central Oregon's not as hot and not quite as dry as Arizona and Nevada, but it's still anything east of the Sierras and the Cascade Mountain Range. That's those mountain ranges are a huge factor in the weather. I don't think people realize how much these big mountain
So it's a little
ranges
drier.
affect. Oh yeah, we're super dry. We're super dry here.
Okay,
But
then
as
see,
soon as
I
you,
might could take that, but living on the other side of your mountains, I would not care for.
yeah, you wouldn't. Well, and see, Erin, growing up in Boise, she thought she couldn't handle the west side either. She then lives with my dad on the west side for 3 years, and she's like, I actually like it over here. I get what you've been talking about. So she actually,
I'll just have to come witness it myself.
Yeah.
No, won't I?
it took her a little bit because she wasn't sure, because when you live in Boise or when you're east of the Cascades, you think of the West as just being nothing but rain all the time, which, by the way, there's a lot more rain over in the Pacific Northwest on the coastline than anywhere else on the planet. That's true. But people just have it in their mind that it's just nonstop rain year round. That's not the case. It rains pretty much all winter, off and on. You'll have beautiful winter days, but it rains pretty regularly through the winter, and then you have like almost no rain during the summer. It's hit and miss, and that's what gives that bright, vibrant greens all summer because the ground is so saturated with water. And it's a good. The ground isn't the high desert ground that's hard that it won't soak up the water. No, this is fertile soil on the coastline that soaks it up, and it's wet almost. It's wet almost all summer, and then you get that dew. And it's a good dew where the blades of grass are like it rained last night, but it didn't rain. It's just that humid, and so you get the sun that just shines down, and everything just is. That's why the Pacific Northwest is probably one of the most beautiful places on the planet because of how how it all works together in that climate zone. It is absolutely magnificent. But you do, like I said before, I will warn people. Takes a special person to be able to handle it year round. It's hard on people. I've seen so many people move in, and then a year later, they're packed up saying, we're never coming back here. Fuck this place. This is crazy. Who would ever want to live here? And then I'm like, look at my face. I'm smiling. Me. And I'm glad you're leaving. Bye. You can come visit. We want visitors. We love visitors. Just don't stay.
I feel that pain.
Right? That's been your motto about Texas for a long time. Actually, you've shifted to the whole, we don't even want you to come visit Texas. Just stay the hell away. We don't even want you to see what we have here. Just you stay over there.
Well, the problem is they saw how good it was, and then when they move in, they try to change it to their crap, and all the goodness is gone. And I'll say this again. I said this, I don't know if I said it to you the other day, but I said to somebody, I can't remember who I was talking to about that. The capital of Texas is beautiful. most beautiful granite made this entire world is our capital, and it's made to be beautiful, and it was made for the sun to glisten. It's just it's gorgeous. It just is breathtakingly gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And you can drive in from different angles of Austin and see it. You can no longer see it from the highways. It is encased with all high rises.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was me you were
It
talking
is-
to because I pulled it up on
Oh,
Google
was it? Okay.
Maps and I was showing it. Yeah, yeah,
It's
that was
awful.
yeah. It is a beautiful, beautiful city, and that Capitol building is magnificent.
No,
like
it's
you're
not a
talking.
beautiful city. It's the capital is beautiful. The city is not beautiful.
Well, okay.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It never, to me, was never beautiful, but it was in a unique spot of Texas and the hill country.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gone now. They've torn everything down. These trees are gone. And it's frustrating because they're not replanting back what they're taking away. So you have some other issues that I've noticed over the decades. And it's like, wow, okay,
Yeah.
just screwing yourself.
Yeah, they don't get it. And these are people that want to save the forests. And it's like, huh, interesting. You're willing to get rid of trees to replace them with houses that aren't even really built with wood anymore.
Right.
Interesting. Again, let's bring logging back. Let's do responsible logging like we were doing in the 80s and the 90s before Clinton came into office. Actually, 60s, the 70s, and the 80s were a fantastic time for logging. They were doing things on a whole nother level. And now with the innovation, they could be doing even more. And people need to understand that that's the only way to go forward. We need to build more homes out of solid wood, real wood from the forest, and then replant, regrow, and just it's sustainable. But
Those days are gone.
they shouldn't be. We should bring them back in a
I
hurry
know.
because we're going to
I
kill
know.
our planet,
I know.
kill
I
ourselves if we
know.
don't do it. But sorry,
know.
I get on my high horse
Nobody
about
listened.
logging. Oh.
Nobody listened until it's way too late. And then
Well, Belle, we just had one of the things that me and 1A were talking about while you were departed there for a little bit was one of these politicians. I can't remember who it was. Someone from New York, I think. I can't remember her dang name. But talking about, we need more affordable housing. We live in the richest country on the planet, and everybody should be taken care of with this healthcare crisis that doesn't exist. Like, what are you talking about, healthcare crisis? But they're going into this financial thing of we're the richest country on the planet by far, and X, Y, and Z, adding all this stuff. And I just think, look, we are if we actually utilized the value that we had in this country, but we don't. It's like, look, comparing myself to this, you told me right from the very beginning, I'm a diamond in the rough. And I've always said to you, what? How can I excavate the diamonds so I can cash in on this? Well, if I don't excavate the diamonds, the value's there, but I'm not able to cash in on it because I'm not willing to mine the diamond field, right? So when you have a country like ours that is riddled with basically diamonds, right? You got logging, you got fishing, you got natural gas, you've got oil, you've got coal, you've got all of these great, wondrous things that just exist within the boundaries of this great nation that we can access if we choose to access it. But when you choose not to access it, the value's just not there anymore. So when someone tells me that this is the richest country on the planet, I start to question. We could actually have everybody in this country set privately on their own through working through the logging industry, working through the fishing industry, working through coal, oil, natural gas, all the things that we have here, and then some. I'm just skimming the top of what we've got. We've got so many things here. I didn't even mention farming, and we could go next level farming. We could put so much out that we have an excess here to then sell that excess to others around the world and make so much money that the poorest person in this country seems pretty damn rich to everybody else on the planet. Kind of like when you go over to the Middle East and those oil countries over there, and you've got, what is it, Saudi Arabia, that the poor man car is a BMW or something. Like, it's like they're all living pretty dang well over there. The people of the country, the citizens. We won't talk about the workers that they bring in. That's a whole nother story. But anyways, but we could do the same damn thing here. But we choose, or we don't. You and I don't choose. But our leaders currently right now, and some of the knuckleheads in this country, are choosing to not access the wonderful things that we have here, the natural resources that could make us wealthier beyond belief if we just did it the right way. And we're not doing it the right way because we're not accessing it. It's a sad state of affairs, for sure. They want to talk about preserving carbon emissions, but they'll let the forest burn down and let trees live off of carbon, the CO2. They lock it into the wood. It's there. It never leaves the wood until you burn it. So why not cut it down, build homes out of it, and then grow a new tree that as it grows, it's sucking up even more than the older trees? Interesting. So if you really cared about the planet and the CO2 emissions, you just start growing more damn trees and start cutting more and then replacing more, and then you holy crap. Wow, interesting. You care about the ocean, you start getting the fishermen out there commercial fishing again on a whole nother level, and they'll start cleaning up the ocean while they're floating around out there. Trust me. Because they want their ocean damn clean so they don't have their nets filled with gobbledygook. I don't know. I'm speaking too sensical here, but people really care about their livelihood. That's a fact. If you threaten someone's financial well-being, their butt starts to pucker. If you threaten that in any way, they start to take note, and they do something to counteract that issue. The loggers always stopped logging when there was a forest fire back in the day, and they went and fought the fire because they didn't want their trees to burn down, because they want to log them, they want to harvest them, and then they want to replant. Now you don't have that. I know, I'm preaching to the choir, to Ms. Bell and the rest of you out there, but these are very simple fixes that, quite honestly, President Trump could fix a lot of this stuff with a stroke of a pen if he chose to. He could. He could do a lot of things in a very positive manner for this country that, honestly, the governors wouldn't be able to do much about. They might be able to take What? Go ahead. What's up?
I was going to say, I'm going to interject to let you know that I'm heading off because I'm getting ready to leave.
I was
It's good to visit with you.
Yeah. Good to visit you with you too. Tell that gentleman.
It'll be a fun weekend.
He better watch his P's and Q's, because if he
That's
does
right,
anything,
right?
and I find out his name, his address, then maybe there might be a conversation that needs to be had. I want smiles for miles. That's it. That's it. If there aren't smiles for miles, if I have to hear another story that I heard recently from my dear friend, I'm telling you, there's going to be hell to pay. Not just for me either. There's other people that will, I'm probably the least you have to worry about. So watch it, buddy. Watch it, bucko.
Right? Watch it. No, I told you he came back and whatever, but this is actually a fun affair that's going on this weekend, so I'm excited. I'll let you know about it when I get back.
I love that. I love that word, affair. Say it again, affair.
It's called Sex Panther by Odeon.
Have fun. Love
Thank
ya.
you, sweet.
Talk to you soon.
Love you too. Okay, hon. Bye-bye.
All right, we'll cut that loose. We'll stop that Ms. 1A habit there. She fell asleep, so we'll just end that side of things, the space. And I actually should probably end this now. I didn't realize we're at the 4-hour mark. Ms. Bell's taken off to fun somewhere. Fun in the sun, I bet. I bet it's fun in the sun somewhere. Maybe an island somewhere. Maybe it's Epstein Island. We'll call it Bell's Island now. Who knows? I don't know where she's going. I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall. She could end up being anywhere by mid-afternoon. So she hits a plane and off to somewhere. Maybe she's going north. Maybe she's going north. I don't know. North, south, east, west. If she goes east, what, the Bahamas maybe? If she goes south, maybe Jamaica? I don't know. I have Miami, South Beach. Woo! I don't know. Sounds like she's excited about it. Again.
It's called Sex Panther by Odeon.
Hey, you know? Yeah, you know? She's excited. I'm excited for her too. As long
Jive ass dude don't got no brains anyhow.
Yeah, if he ain't got no brains, if he's just a jive ass dude with no brains, then we got some problems. So I put the soundbite out there. She can clip it and then give it to him and be like, "Oh, we'll see. We'll see." Woo! Give you the Ric Flair. Woo! That's right. That's right. Yeah, look. If you don't treat her right, because trust me, I'm the only one that can give her shit. That's not true. There's other people too, but I really lean into giving her shit because I like it. She likes it. That's part of our little dance. So,
You're fired.
And that's the bottom line.
That's what'll happen. Mess with Bell. President Trump will have you fired by the squad. The firing squad. Yeah, the real you're fired at that point. Don't mess with Bell. And President Trump will maybe do some WWE stuff like he's done in the past. Maybe he'll shave your head. Ask Mr. McMahon about that. Shaven. Gonzo. That'd be fun, right? Maybe. Anyways. Hopefully Ms. Bell has a lot of fun on her trip. Hopefully all of you enjoy your weekend. I'll be back tentatively tomorrow. We'll see. I may enjoy the whole weekend with the wife. The wife will be back this weekend, so I may enjoy the whole weekend without doing any casts. There might not be one Saturday or Sunday. We'll see. And if not, have a great weekend, and I will see you all on probably Sunday night, maybe? Yeah, Sunday night, because she'll leave Sunday night to be back up yonder Monday. So, yeah, Sunday night, no guarantees there either, but we'll see you at the end of the weekend if I don't see you tomorrow. Until next time, please, for the love of God, speak up, speak out, speak freely. Much love, everybody. Much love. Peace.